So I've found 2 artists that I think should fit the bill for an updated Ascended piece. Plus our previous artist that we used, Toro.
Ooh, that's exciting.
I'm gonna try to get to a handful of options and then reach out to each of them and inquire about availability, pricing, terms, etc. And then put a couple options in front of the broader group. Right now I'm just keeping it to Rob and Trevor to make sure that they vibe accordingly with the art style, because they're the only opinions that I really care about.
Oh, is Nick not involved in...
I mean, I just don't care about Nick's opinion.
I mean... okay.
I love Nick, but Nick
is always going to have an opinion. Yeah, he's always going to have an opinion about it.
He has very strong opinions, and it's just a lot easier to tell him, shut the fuck up, we're doing this thing, and that's it.
Excellent. Well, I'm greatly looking forward to the new art. I'm gonna, since people are running a little bit late, I'm gonna run a pre-roll ad.
Pre-roll ads.
Hello.
Hello.
My character was just given a bunch of drug stuff that I've been looking for all season, so we got delayed talking about drugs.
Which game could that possibly be? I mean, it could be anyone at this point.
Yes, Atlas in particular.
Nice.
People have been waiting for me to be able to make drugs for a long time. I finally can make the drugs because I found the stupid book from the stupid bitch.
Finally. Make some blue sand and disperse it all over your enemies.
Can make cigars, rolled, like just regular cigarettes, I guess, and then peace flower, which is essentially weed here.
Yeah, peace flower.
Peace flower, what they call it. And then some new drug that requires mushrooms, so that's the next hunt. Love a good mushroom.
Hello.
Hello!
I was telling them I, at least, was distracted by drugs.
Once again, if I had a nickel for every time Cherry was making drugs in an RPG, I'd have at least 2 nickels.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
It's been many RPGs. Honestly.
It's like, I think she thinks one of the D's in D&D stands for drugs.
Drugs.
I think she thinks both of the D's stand for drugs.
Ah, drugs and degeneracy. Yes, my type of game. Welcome, welcome. Apparently C-Swab is running behind because a hard mode bus. He's giving it another go. I said he better kill it.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. And I'm like, either do it the first time or your group sucks, IMO. Because that content's 15 years old. Boom. Roasted.
Imagine wiping on Wrath of the Lich King content.
Imagine. Oh, is Prince Kaliseth giving C-Swab a little bumpy wumpy?
Back in the days when the hardest boss mechanics were remember to change targets sometimes.
True though.
Immediately I'm like, yes, like Sourfang.
Fucking last pool.
Which one? Like, which boss could it possibly be? Oh, it's Putricide. Alright, I was gonna give you shit that you were having trouble on, like, Precious or something.
Future Side at least was one of the ones that, like, it was difficult for stupid reasons because it was just like you're just gonna get shit in your face for you can't fucking do anything about it.
I always liked piloting the A-bomb. That was always fun. You like suck it, slurping up all the goo.
Yeah, there's a learning curve for A-bomb.
No, there's no learning curve. Get in A-bomb, stand on goo, slurp. It has like two fucking mechanics.
We're doing the no damage buff pre-nerf shit, like the way that was never killed back in the day.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
But it's also a 400-year-old boss encounter.
Good news, everyone! Shut the fuck up! No, just kidding. Go ahead, Rain.
I was just gonna say, at least Future Sight had the mechanic of like, you have to figure out exactly how to make the game make him switch targets on you, which is not the same way that you make every other boss mob switch targets accordingly, and sometimes just kind of fuck you up.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day where half of learning raid mechanics was still like doing the thing as intended, but it only worked like half the time because, you know, game.
Yeah. I can't shit on because I still play, consume, and enjoy. However, I always liked Future Sight. I also liked Lanathel. I thought those were very good fights.
Side note, just because before I forget, I have a problem with the crumble savory thing. And my problem that I have is that when I walk into crumble...
Yeah.
They're talking about general chat earlier. When I walk into a crumble and I want a fucking 10,000 gram sugar cookie,
yeah,
I'm not like, oh, you know what would go good with this sugar cookie? A fucking cordon bleu fucking hand pie.
No, you don't get it. So like, okay, so the girls who eat crumble have boyfriends who probably don't eat as much crumble. So when you go to crumble, you have the boy who eats the savory stuff and the girl who gets the cookie. It's acquiring a new audience.
Am I ordering crumble right? I think I'm ordering crumble.
They don't have the savory pies yet.
Chocolate look really good though.
Now some people like they have been QA testing or whatever the savory pies, and I'm on the don't fucking laugh at me. I'm on the crumble Reddit. You can laugh at me. Just give it a good heckin' chuckle. Thank you. I felt that one. So I'm on the crumble Reddit, and like they tested it in like Provo, Utah, and some people are like, oh yeah, these three are pretty good, and like these three kind of suck. So because they had like a chicken cordon bleu, they had like a barbecue pork, and I'm like, if these are just essentially crumble empanadas, like how could these possibly be bad?
So everybody knows how crumble started, right? Like crumble started in Utah because it's a Mormon thing, because they don't consume alcohol and they don't do drugs, so like they do sugar. Like soda places are really big in Utah. Like people go to drive-thrus and like line up around the corner for like soda floats, and it's a huge thing there because they don't drink.
Yeah, but I don't eat cookies for God. I eat cookies definitely for the devil.
No, I'm saying, but the how crumble got started was by Mormons in Utah. It was because they wanted to make something because they wanted it with so much sugar because they can't have.
Well, congratulations! They made something more addicting than crack.
I think in celebration
That's like
of
someone
this
who's never
knowledge,
smoked crack.
I'm going to order crumble and then get a margarita.
Holy shit!
Like, is your life almost in shambles because of crumble cookies? Because that's what crack does to you.
I'm trying to decide if I want to get the chocolate and the chocolate peanut butter chip or not.
Crumble cookies just wanted me on Twitter though because I called them cowards again.
Don't get the chocolate chip if you're getting the lava cake. If you're getting the lava, you don't need anything else.
All right, let's get a 4-pack then.
I said another week without Oreo Mallow Pie, another week of cowardice, and then they hit me with double eye emoji and then double big eye emoji.
I saw it. They should stop cookie teasing you.
And the worst part is that St. George, Utah had it as like their mystery cookie a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, how's it gonna be a fucking mystery cookie?
That's
like
fucked
an hour and a
up.
half drive from me.
Like put on the D tier cookie list. No, but mallow pie absolutely needs to come back. I guess the pistachio cookie is a cold cookie, which automatically bumps it up like 1 to 2 levels. Like
It
immediately.
looks really good.
Yeah.
It's a weird combo, but
I feel like one of you
dig
know
it.
the answer to this question, but why is it that pistachio is revered as a great flavor for like a nut, but cashew isn't? I like cashew. I like pistachios too. I feel like cashew is just disrespected as a nut.
I prefer the taste of pistachios over cashews. I think cashews are like a little bit more watery, while pistachios have almost like a creamy, savory, nutty, like pine-like flavor that lingers for longer. And cashews are kind of like you get hit with the water nut and then you're done.
They're such very different flavors to me. That's like saying, why would anyone eat a Dorito when pickles exist?
Like
They're
okay,
pretty wildly different.
obviously the greatest nut is peanut, right? That goes without saying. Peanut is great.
I mean, peanut, I think, is the most versatile nut. But there are some underrated, like, nuts that you can nut butter. Like, there's peanut butter and almond butter, right? There's no fucking cashew butter. Like, nobody loves cashew butter. Like, there is cashew butter. No one loves cashew butter.
My mind is firmly in the gutter for this entire conversation about nut.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that there.
The nut! The nut!
The greatest nut.
I was literally always approved in this Discord.
Nut butter.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about all the different types. Nutella? Hazelnut?
Let's be honest. Nutella is like coconut oil and cocoa powder and like a hint of hazelnut.
Yeah, but like real hazelnut spread is also very good. But you don't see like the middle-aged housewives raving over cashew butter. Like you just don't. But I could definitely suck down like a half a tub of Nutella stuffed into a taiyaki fish.
Yeah, but I was gonna tell you there's two good places you should go here if you haven't been there yet. You said taiyaki.
Mhm.
There's a place called Somi Somi. It's in Chinatown.
Yeah. So there's so many Somis in Irvine too.
Oh, is there? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
one
that
here.
place is really
I
good.
love that place. And then for ice cream, I'm sure everybody here is familiar with Salt and Straw because I know those are in downtown Disney. We just got the one here, but there's a place called Sorry Not Sorry Creamery. So fucking good.
Sorry, not sorry, creamery?
Yeah, it's off of Flamingo on the 215. It's not that far from you.
That's amazing. I should look that up. I've never...
We go there after Golden Knights games. It's like our place to go.
I'm sorry, but the phrase "sorry nut" is
Is it still sticking around, Kaz? Sorry, nut sorry.
Whoa.
Ah, yes, the
It's
regret
just
nut.
yeah, just a very, very disappointing nut.
See, Swab, don't be a coward. Get the pistachio cookie this week.
I will say cashews are my favorite nut.
Thank
What?
you, Grabella. Thank you.
Yes. I don't know, and especially like the salty ones. They're just fucking. I don't know.
I'm
You
very
like a good
upset that
salty nut.
Yeah, a little
Deal.
salty nut butter.
for
Yes.
a while we had honey roasted peanuts on our planes, and I used to fucking love those. I would take bags of those, but because everybody has a fucking peanut allergy these days, we don't get them no more.
Yeah. It is actually, it's so common. Even we had a slight incident when my brother-in-law, what would be my brother-in-law's son and my nephew? Like, I don't know. Got sick after eating at Chick-fil-A, who fries all their stuff in peanut oil.
Oh, I remember that story. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for that stuff.
Thankfully, the only food that I'm allergic to is easily avoidable.
What are you allergic to?
I'm allergic to crab,
Crab! No!
but not all shellfish. It's very weird.
Huh. But just crab? Lobster?
I can have lobster. And I love shrimp. I'm a big shrimp guy. I fucking love shrimp. I'm fucking, what's his face from Forrest Gump? Whatever this fucking.
Bubba Gump shrimp cow? That's so weird.
My ex was allergic to specifically just the shellfish that like had an open and closing shell. So like clams and mollusks and stuff like that. But
So
everything
only
else-
the bivalves.
Only, yes, exactly.
specific.
I just don't like those things because it's snot in a rock.
Yeah, that's why I don't like them.
And me looking at some oyster bar, rubbing my hands together, like, yeah.
Taste that delicious snot.
I will. I
do love
will.
clam chowder.
I do love clam chowder too.
Mm-mm.
No, that's a no from Grabella on the clam chowder.
I'm a big no guy.
Wait, what about gumbo? That's
I love
got
gumbo.
yeah, I got the shrimp in it. Okay, so like the
Okay,
creamy
you know what I
clam.
like that has. You know what I
I
like
like to
that
get
has.
the non-seafood though, because I'm fucking allergic.
Do you know what I
No!
like that has seafood in it that I wouldn't eat any other way is paella.
I love
I
paella.
love paella.
Josh
Oh.
makes a very good bacon and chicken paella.
Yeah.
Bacon, chicken sausage.
Chicken, and kielbasa is usually what I put in it
Yeah,
because we can't do the
'cause-
shrimp.
Bruh.
I'm not like horribly deathly allergic to seafood where I like can't breathe. That's weed for me, unfortunately.
Oh god, that's tragic.
It's the worst.
Can you eat your weed?
No, I can't anything. Like even some like concentrated hemp products fuck with me. It's really unfortunate. I'm just allergic to the entire plant. But I will absolutely shit my brains out if I eat seafood. Like there's no getting around it.
Well, the good news is, according to Christina, as long as you're not having crumble, you can have crack because it's not as bad.
True.
Crack is 0 calories.
I think it's technically negative calories.
There
like
you
celery.
go.
It's like celery.
Lose weight.
Fucking both of you. Shut
Just
the fuck up.
the law of equivalent exchange says if I put celery and crack in the alchemist circle, it works.
Are we really gonna put you two in the same room this week? I'm kind
Yeah.
of scared now.
I
Celery
like this.
is the crack of vegetables. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Before we get any sort of revoked sponsorships for condoning the use of, we do not condone
Celery.
the use of crack,
Celery.
and we do
You go ahead
condone
and
the
do
use
what
of.
you want.
Goddamn, C-swap. This
I was
isn't
doing the meme
Amsterdam.
from Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso, you know.
We do not condone the use of celery.
We do not, yes, please keep your celery salt up away from the hands of children and some adults.
Yeah, sure. The one I linked though, that's an ice cream, not a cookie.
Oh.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
Oh, now I want pistachio ice cream.
I don't approve of that shit.
I've never had pistachio ice
Now
cream.
this is the
Very
OG
good.
butter
Highly
cake.
suggest.
Our
Haagen-Dazs.
take on a St. Louis classic, and just because I know I was from St. Louis. So.
Oh my god, Grabella, a scoop of that pistachio ice cream on the side of a freshly bought pistachio cake cookie from Crumble. Holy fuck, I'm coming.
And we've come back around to
And
the
we've
nut
come back to
discussion.
the nut discussion. Let's go.
Everything's fine.
Holy... that's what I'm doing tomorrow. But in actual, like, more serious news, I have my brother and my other brother-in-law is in town. So they've been going and doing poker things, and I've been working on Arctis stuff here at home. So I'm excited to. I'm very excited to play today, and I think I may have debugged Grabella's rage. I don't know. It was creating her rage effects over, like, in the fucking corner of the screen. So, I don't know, it's been a week. But anywho, welcome back, everybody. It's Monday. I'm gonna stop literally asking about how everybody's Monday is, because I'm going to fill it with news of Crumble instead. Because I know everybody works, and everybody's had a shit week because of work. So we're gonna fill it with cookie talk, and then we're gonna get down to the business. Now that we've gone away from the cookie and nut talk, the business is
We
coming.
fully escaped the cookie nut talk because
Oh, thank
we are
God.
supposed to have a dinner
That is correct.
or lunch or whatever.
Did we get any nut into the food?
You got beans, man. Previously on Arctis Kaamos,
So we've flicked the beans into
you
the
flick. Grabella had a straight session of only flicking the bean.
So many beans.
This is why we don't
That
get
were frogs.
sponsorships. Hey, everybody at
This is
home,
it.
yeah. This is why. This is great.
Or we could get those kind of sponsors.
No, Arctis Kaamos brought to you by Adam and Eve. Don't Google.
Save 50% on your purchase when you order, and we'll send you a free gift.
Put Arctis in the checkout line. Apparently you guys are making me relive the fact that giving you a bag of beans has been a terrible mistake. And
wonderful. I don't know what you're talking about.
to gain favor with one of the resident Maginox Merchants Guild's high chefs, Chef Zestgob Crumble Crisp, you have decided to try and get him some rare ingredients in order to not just spice up the lunch with the Lunestes, but to get interest and chatter and tourists going back into the once popular dining attraction. Since all of the unrest in Maginox, our poor chef has been unable to get the ingredients he wants, and you would do him a solid as, newly renowned dockmaster, to get him the goods that he needs. And now that you've gotten the docks under control, you guys decided to take your bag of beans, walk to the beach, and decide to get it out of control. So, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna just start planting beans. Now, one you gave to Apothecary Lyrics, and who knows what he's done with that. You're not sure if he's grown it yet or if he's turned into a giant pink toad. Who knows? However, Grabella, with the beans that you have planted, with the multiple beans that have been planted, one summoning a toad, which turned into 12 different large creatures, which you have, some which you have slain, others which seem disoriented upon arrival, and, at least others you allowed to keep their skin. But as you disposed of beast and after beast and fiend after fiend, some of them more humanoid than others, you have collected their meat and for Zestgob Crumble Crisp, and hope to bring it back to the chef so he can delight his guests. Unfortunately,
fancy beer and mushrooms.
Also a pig. You brought him an entire pig.
We did. We got him in a whole pig.
Now,
Gave him Dreon, right?
Yes, we did.
Now, you all summoned a crazy amount of things with these beans. Some vaguely demonic, some insectoid, a celestial, a wanty, a boulette, a ton of shit.
Boulette meat.
A ton of shit. Yeah. And you managed not to get killed by the Celestial by answering its questions honestly and truthfully, and it departed without violence. You didn't get the meat of the Celestial, though, but you did get a nice feather. You got a feather.
Eat that. We did. I did.
Hawk meat sandwich.
Grabella's gonna add the feather to her hoard.
And that might come in handy later. Now, the things that you potentially can eat, you can bring back to Zestgob and see what he can do with it. But your lunch with the Lunestes awaits. You've spent just a little bit of time at the beach. You had enough to kill. And now it might be a good time to go back to Zestgob's goblins in order to speak with the Lunestes about the future of the great city that lives in eternal darkness. Are you all ready to play today?
Yes.
Hooray! Let us resume back down at the Maginox docks, where you all have finished a round of giant pink toad wart removal and are left with a few trinkets for your efforts. You have an option to continue planting beans, but if you feel like you have done enough, you can return immediately to Zestgob's. But I'll let you all figure that out in-game. One moment, please. Ah, Maginox! The familiar smell of the sea breeze. Makes Sea Swap gag a little bit. The sand is no longer gushing out barrels of rare beer or monsters. It seems like the bean's power has abated for now. What do? Mind you can continue planting beans. You can check on Larix, though you notice his house is not burning down. Or you can go to Zeskob's. The world is your oyster.
Can we serve the world at our dinner?
The whole world.
That's too much work.
You need a much bigger knife, unfortunately.
Well, only the rich
world is our
people
stock
who
rock.
we want to hobnob with.
I am beamed out for now. I think we should take our spoils to Zeskob.
So Grabella just has an armful of viscera. is my understanding.
Assorted viscera. Some
I
of it.
have a bag of very pungent mushrooms
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's
that I would like to believe
mushrooms.
could be very valuable and or decadent.
A hunk of
The boulette
Boulette.
meat. Absolutely.
what else? Petal, corpse, some
Corpse
sort of
flower
petals.
bulb. Corpse flower bulb
Yes.
petal. Those are edible.
And the beer. I think that's
Yes.
all I have written down.
The bountiful beach beer, the salted caramel delight, which you can all name. It is your draught after all.
Wait a minute, did we not get anything from the slod for a salad?
The
I
slut.
got his fang. I got one of his fangs. That was all
We
I
got
got.
the bulbs and the mushrooms.
Questionable of the consumption of the slod. I don't know. War crime check. Kozlo, is it illegal to eat a murloc?
I'm gonna go with no.
Let's do.
They are pretty rampant.
Okay. Asriel, I would allow you to procure something from the slod if you believe it to be edible.
No. This is not Azrael's thing. This is Grabella and Seaswab's thing. I'm here for the puns.
I would allow perhaps a slod eye salad.
Oh god, no, thank you. I think we're good.
You're just gonna have to convince someone to eat it.
Is
Yeah.
it like a Cobb salad where it has like the egg in the middle, but instead of the egg, it's just like a
It's just the
big
eye. Yeah, and then you
odd
gotta
eye?
like pop it with your fucking spoon before going into town, and then you mix it up with the other salad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst. Azrael and Seaswab, you see some tourists and residents from Maginux finally starting to wander back around in the docks. And your gang seems to be mostly out of sight, and that means most likely out of harm's way.
I would like to approach the Matronox visitor and talk to them.
Absolutely.
They are though. I'm looking for them.
There's a few.
Oh, I see them up north. Okay.
If you want to get back up there, I'll have to scoot you under the bridge. I never want to feel because
Oh, there
whoever
are two of me.
architected this map is apparently a sadist.
Oh, never mind. That was weird. There were two of me for a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the sleepy Maginox visitor.
Force Ballista and Kozlo making their way downtown.
I keep seeing two of me when I move.
Oh, do
I
you?
think it's your force ballista. It's just doing
No,
weird
I
things.
see the Force Ballista, and I also see two of me.
Here, let me delete you and I'll put you back on the canvas here. If that's weird.
I still see me.
Where is the second you?
Right
There? Oh, try reloading, Kozlo.
Yeah, the Force Ballista's doing it now too. I'm just gonna reload.
Yeah.
Did we just uncover a doppelganger?
No!
You're not
we
gonna believe
accidentally
The
it.
world does
doppelganger?
not need a second Kozlo. Did it log you out?
I have to log in. to
Yes!
play the game.
Yes, the solving all the problems is jiggling the power button.
It's true.
Meanwhile, the rest of you can continue while Kozlo reloads.
Well, we can't because there's a
Oh.
wall.
We're at that wall. That's
The
I
wall!
can go under it. I can go under it. I got token collide, but whatever.
I got you. Whoopah! It's meant to keep people off the top bridge. But then, can't go through it.
I have returned.
I guess
Welcome
that's
back.
an arrogant guy. This should go well with this group. This group handles arrogance well.
What's happening with this guilty Maginox tourist?
I'm stuck behind the wall still.
Oh. I'll shunt you through. Shunted.
Wow.
You're gonna go talk to the arrogant one?
Yeah, I'm curious as how this group handles arrogance. You know what I mean? Like, I know
I'm gonna
a
sit
lot
on this
of you
barrel and
all
watch.
do arrogance with violence, and I'm hoping to avoid that.
Garbella has a bag of meat.
Tugum's not part of the group anymore, you understand, right?
A giant.
I mean, let's be honest. Tugum participated in the violence, but he wasn't always necessarily starting the violence.
When it came to innocent, random NPCs, yeah, he was.
Also, did more innocent NPCs than Tugum did.
An orc woman with pinned back brown hair and golden earrings in her ears gives you a sidelong look as she was looking out at the beach and enjoying the view of the waves at night. She gives you a slight nod and then goes back to looking at the beach. She gestures a bit with her right hand towards the water. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I am Dockmaster Seaswap. Is there anything that I can do for you tonight?
Nothing I think you could handle, but I thank you for your concern.
What? Instead, enjoy the docks, and if you have any questions, feel free to talk to me or any of my, I don't know the word, co-workers, I guess.
Compatriots.
Garbella will wave.
Best friends.
Are you a part of some sort of greeting committee?
Oh, we own the docks that you're standing on, ma'am.
I see all the docks. Even
Yeah.
she points at just a random rock underfoot. This one.
No, the docks, not the rocks.
I'm just trying to gauge if you actually own the docks or if you're just posturing.
What my friend here is trying to say is that we are sort of the people anybody who has any issues with the docks goes to solve their issues. Ownership is kind of a weird concept, but anything you need, we are here to help. What's the chick's name that I put in charge of the docks when we left the first time?
Dara.
Dara, thank you. If you see Dara, she is my right hand. She can also assist you with anything. And if you have any issues at all, you can come find us at Coslow's Den. This is Coslow here.
Hello.
Hello.
And we just hope you have a good time here in Maginox and enjoy your stay.
Seaswap, make me either a performance or persuasion check with advantage.
Performance or persuasion? No, they're the same. So.
Okay, double 13s. The Maginox visitor looks at you and understands your sincerity. You're not trying to sell her something, so she seemed standoffish, or perhaps even a little bit arrogant at first. But seeing that you're not a common peddler, and that you're in the company of, well, those that run things around here, she looks at you with a new eye, perhaps a bit of respect. And then she turns her full body towards you and extends her hand. That sort of introduction and kindness is rarely seen these days. Forgive me for my standoffishness.
Oh, don't worry. No offense taken.
And what was your name again?
My name is Seaswab. This is Coslow here to my right, and back up there is Grabella and Azriel.
Hi, I'm tired. I just beat up a lot of things.
Well,
Keeping the docks safe.
you all look like you're doing not just out of duty, but out of genuine care. Which is good to see. makes me feel better about choosing Maginox as my vacation destination. Thank you. And if I see
Time.
Dara, I'll let her know that you sent us, or me, to her.
Anytime, and feel free to let her know and enjoy your stay and have a cruise around.
I will. Thank you, Mr. Swab.
Swab kind of like bows. There's a little fucking pigeon-like head bob.
She looks at one of the cannons. Oh, this looks quite old. Very interesting.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
The Force Ballista will also do a little bow and then walk off after Cosmo.
She gives the cannon a double take before it goes hopping up the steps.
It definitely, by the way, does the like all 4 feet at once hop up the stairs, like that gif of that bug.
Or the cat going down the stairs of
Yeah.
the fucking attic. Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the sleepy Maginox visitor. Good evening! I'm Swab, Dockmaster. How's everything going?
She
tonight?
rolls over. I'm sorry, I was just catching a little bit of shut eye. I had a little bit to drink, that's all.
Oh, that's always a good time. Yeah, sleep it off. You'll be fine in the morning.
Do you think it's safe to have a bit of a nap out here?
It absolutely is safe. There's nothing that will happen to you out here.
Nobody's gonna get in me pockets.
Nope. And if they do, you come and let me know. I am Dockmaster Swab, or you can let the other person who runs my docks while I'm gone, Dara, know, and she will take care of it.
Dora's toes. Yeah. Okay.
Swab does not want to deal with a drunk person. She's like, alright, have a good nap.
Grabella is eyeing this guilty Maginox.
She looks at you guiltily.
What you doing?
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Mm-hmm. What?
You need help with something?
No, I do not. I'm great. He looks at you with his, Maginox tourist crown. You're not quite sure where the goblins keep getting these things, but they seem to be small, cheaply made toys that fit tiny green heads to make them look like tiny kings. The tourist fiddles awkwardly with his tchotchke.
Do we have a
Just-
Burger King in town?
Burger King. Gabo King.
Gabo, yeah, there you go.
And somebody else is gonna have to take a look at this guilty mother trucker because
Mm.
Grabella's tired.
We're over here, so you'd have to either yell for us or
Yeah, Grabella's
Walk
tired.
away.
So
You sure there's nothing I can help you with? You seem
No,
awful.
no,
All by yourself over here?
oh yeah. You know what? I am just good.
Where do you get these crowds? I keep seeing everybody with these crowds.
I found it in a trash can.
which trash can?
The one over there? He points vaguely towards the east.
There's no trash cans over there, though.
I found this one floating in the ocean. Yeah.
You found it floating in the ocean, huh?
Yep, and then I just
Did it just
snapped
fall
it
off
up.
of a boat?
It could have. It definitely could have. I mean, it looks like it would float just perfectly fine if it capsized off a boat. Oh, how fortunate I am. How fortunate I am to receive such a prestigious item from the blessing of the sea.
It's kind of curious. We've seen a couple of those floating around here. I haven't seen anything in the ocean lately.
Oh, weird.
So I hear it's a sea blessing, because I hear if you piss off one of them sea gods, things get really bad really fast.
Yeah. Boy, I sure hope those boats that got destroyed in the unrest, I hope their stuff is gotten real quick by the appropriate parties. I don't think anybody's beaten his 15.
I don't think that's real.
Azrael does not care.
Azrael doesn't care enough. The Imaginectus tourist twists the crown in his hand back and forth. It makes a almost aluminum sounding.
Just out of curiosity, sir, do you mind if I just take a quick? I'll give it back to you. Can I take a quick look at that crown?
No, this is my crown. It's mine. I found it.
Don't be rude, Sea Swap. It's their crown.
No, I'm not taking the crown from the guy. I just wanted to take.
What if I asked you and walked up to you and was like, "Oh, hey, can I try on your beak?"
He begins to like back up awkwardly as 5 people and a gun have rolled up on him. Yeah, you can't see my crown, but hey,
pal.
Hey, buddy. What you doing, pal?
Not your buddy guy.
I'm not your guy, pal.
Oh, look at them. They're like friends.
Carbella's really not paying
resemblance.
You got a really big gun with you, don't you?
Oh yeah. You want to pet it?
No, I do not. Kozlo, you can make me an intimidation check with advantage.
Why not? It's so cute.
The tourist is finally shaken by the cannon and holds up his arms in surrender. He drops the crown and it lands on the ground with a muffled, semi-metallic cling. Thank.
So I'm assuming you didn't just find that in a trash can in the ocean.
I may have relieved it from someone else who was carrying it on their waist. And since it wasn't on their head, I thought, you know what? I would look very handsome with this crown on. And I am. I mean, look at me.
I tell you what, buddy. Listen here. So we're gonna make a little deal.
Listen. I don't even think it's real gold. I mean, you can take it. That's totally fine.
Pick up the crown.
That is a deal. Yeah.
We have a little thing here. So
It is fine. It's
I
fine.
don't know.
Garbella just
I don't
wins.
know. So Seedrop's kind of getting more like, this is going to be more of like a confidence, but also like a stern but fair tone. So here's the deal, buddy. We kind of run the docks here now. How it used to be run, and the things you used to do, that's all gone now. Okay? This is going to be honest, kind of like Side Eyes Kozlo, honest docks, an honest town.
Who's
We're not gonna
Est?
deal with
Who's
cheaters.
Est? And why do I have to be on him?
Oh God. Sea swap.
We have a little thing here. We learned it in the gambling halls. It's called Cheater's Justice. You can keep the crown, or you can keep your head, but you can't keep both.
I will keep my head. Choice made. Final answer.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. Well, you have the crown. I have my head. I think I will be going. He takes a step back.
And if I see you around here with stuff that fell off of a boat or in a trash can, you're not going to keep anything.
Okay. But what if it actually did fall off a boat, though?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stand here and think about cookies.
You know, I think I'm gonna go to Grabella's doorstep and totally steal those cookies. Later, nerds.
Bye.
As that Maginox tourist goes running off to go get the cookies. You have instilled him with a significant amount of fear, Sea Swab, and you have a feeling his pickpocketing days might be over. If not very much delayed until he forgets about this encounter.
At least they're certainly coming to a middle.
Well, I guess the two cookie havers and Sea Swab all went AFK at once.
I am still here.
Hello! As Grabella and Sea Swab run to protect the cookies of Maginox, what are you two doing?
Well, I have my very own goblin right here. You want to tell everybody hi, King?
Meow.
Oh no, he doesn't want to yell now that I'm holding him.
Oh my god, I must get the pistachio cookie. Oh my god.
Yes.
This is gonna be great because this is gonna be one of those cookies where you guys are gonna try it first, and I haven't tried it yet, so I'm like excited. Because I've consumed a plethora of crumble.
Sorry, I had an important phone call right there.
No problem. Grabella went to go fetch the sacred cookies.
Yeah, I watched Casino the other day, so I was in my casino phase.
So are you Joe Pesci then, or are you?
No, I'm Robert De Niro's character, where he like. Have you seen Casino where he catches the guys cheating in blackjack, and he take him in the back room with like the saw? And he's like, you can keep your hand or you can keep the money, but you can't keep both.
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay, fair.
A drow in his evening robes is wandering the streets. He looks up at Azrael as the two cross near the front of Zestgob's goblins.
Oh, hello.
Good eve.
Are you here for lunch too?
Well, I was thinking about stopping in for a bite to eat. He looks at the sign out front. Was kind of waiting for him to get something new in, but I see it's a bit of the same old, same old.
Oh, we're actually here with his delivery right now.
What? You're saying I could be the first? You're the freshness deliverer?
Well, we'll be the first. You can be like the second, though.
Yeah.
Acceptable.
Okay.
You'll probably be the first person to brag about it, though, so.
But you must tell me, what sort of goods are you delivering to the chef? I must know what products he's working with.
Oh, well, we have these slad eyes and some roulette steak
Oh,
and some hag truffles.
Some bulbs and a very fancy, coffee vanilla stout type beer.
oh,
I don't know
my.
if he's gonna serve it or put, cook with it, but it should be real good.
That,
And a whole pig
Ooh.
that also sniffs out drugs.
those mushrooms are so pungent. And what, boulette meat? Unheard of. Why, I can't imagine how long it's going to take to marinate in order to tenderize that flesh. Oh dear, I hope it's not long.
I was gonna help tenderize it. I'll just punch the crap out of it.
Well, we kind of already did tenderize it.
Yeah, it is slightly tenderized.
And slightly cook it.
Then I shall sit with rapt anticipation inside. Here, he opens the door for you. Please be my guest. This will ensure I can get in right after you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, do you guys all go in?
Yeah.
All
And I
right.
hope you have a lovely day on the docks.
Oh, I'm actually coming in right behind you. I now am going to wait with rapt anticipation for this delicious dinner.
Well, if you spend any other time on the docks, doesn't have to be tonight, tomorrow, next week, whatever.
Of course, of course. One moment, please.
This pistachio chocolate cookie is fucking dope.
Yes, I'd love to hear that.
I'm really excited for this episode of Kaamos to just end up being like the Menu movie.
I have seen that. I love that movie, by the way.
I really enjoyed that movie too.
Once again, you step into Zestgob's Goblins with grubbins in your hands. Tourists, residents, all sitting around enjoying various pots of meat and savory stews, but there's not a lot of diversity in the ingredients. A lot of the smells wafting from the kitchen seem very similar. Zestgob is behind the bar.
Zestgob!
And he looks up as you all enter. Hey!
Crabella slams the giant piece of boulette meat and the trunk of Fancy Bear. Which means I think I need to get rid of the trunk from my inventory. I do this in fucking when we're playing the other game too, where I just pick up random.
He pulls out some glasses from his apron pocket and puts them on his nose and looks down at the hunk of meat that you have slammed upon the table. Forgive my eyes aren't what they used to be, but can you describe taste?
It is the fanciest of a boulette.
He
Fresh.
fumbles with his glasses on his face and sputters.
I can help you tenderize it if you need, because it's gonna be a little tough.
That's not the concern, but bullets are only found deep underground. They're nasty things. If you can even catch them, inside they're like tough. The meat, red as a... He looks at it. Oh, clotted hard. It's gotta be bullet meat. The smell, the firmness. How you were gone like maybe half an hour.
We grew it from a bean.
Yeah, don't ask questions. It's weird.
What?
Also, we have a special thing for you. These were lucky enough for us to get, and he pulls out the bag of mushrooms.
Oh yeah, here's some bulbs, and this chest is filled with this like fancy beer. You can make us and the king a nice meal, and the guy that just walked in behind us is very excited about this.
He looks at the corpse flower fronds, the bullet meat, takes a sniff of the beer. May I? He lifts a small tasting cup and dips it in, and taps a little bit, lets it foam, gives it a big sniff.
It's pretty good. It was all over, but I still kind of smell like it, honestly. I got bathed in beer.
You all smell like the sausages I'm probably gonna make tomorrow morning out of this stuff. Oh my goodness. Is that caramel? Nice. And you're telling me he gets real close, real quiet. You grew all this stuff out of a bean?
Well, we had to kill all this stuff to get it off of them.
Wait, you killed the bullet?
Yeah.
Well, we grew a boulette from a
bean.
From a bean.
From
a frog.
Bullets come from beans?
No. The frogs
just
come
this
from
one.
the beans, and then the
Frogs come from beans?
And then the frogs become.
I
the
told
boulette.
you it was complicated.
Oh my brain is literally on fire, both from thinking of recipes I could possibly do with this and the absolute absurdity of the situation. Oh. Lingering agedness, corpse flower fronds. This beer is insane.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, most of it ended up at our tavern, but I saved you a trunk full.
All of you can make me a perception check.
Oh, I've been so good at this today. Not me.
I have the
Definitely
highest
Ashley.
plus to my perception, and I rolled a 4.
Asriel, the goblin is crying. Coslow, you notice this too. He tries to hide it behind the mug that he was sipping the beer out of. But the tears in his eyes and the constant swallowing he's doing to prevent himself from sobbing is very obvious. And he gives a big sniff and does a pass under his eye with the back of his hand. I don't think you guys understand exactly what this means to me. I don't know how you got this, and frankly, I don't care. This place is my life. My livelihood. I've been in Maginox for a long time, giving good goblins good jobs. And I've developed a taste for, the exotic. And the tourists like it too. And if I serve something that you can just find in any old gob and pop store, then I'm not a chef. I'm not searching for the newest flavor. But with this stuff, I'm not going to be able to just make something today. I'm going to be able to bring in loads of new business after these guys get their mouths on this food. You're not only saving this shop, you guys, you are saving the livelihoods of all these little scamps that I've been employing over the years. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. I can't promise this will be a regular event, of course, but hopefully it gets you back on your feet long enough to be cooler before everybody else gets back on their feet.
Hey, this just give me a little bit of a leg up on the competition as things slowly get back to normal. That's because of you guys. And, listen, I'll be cooking for the Lunesties today and everything, so I'm gonna put in a good word with yous. Don't stand there and sit there watching me cry. Hey, let me go take this stuff in the back and get the formula.
You need help? You got it? That's a lot of stuff.
No offense, but I got the shift work under control.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna carry it to wherever you did the stuff.
Oh, I got. That's what I pay these little shits for.
True.
So, when should we plan for dinner? Because we kind of have to go let the Lunesties know.
Or did you just say they were gonna be here tonight?
Oh, did we let Catherine know?
You did. Yeah, you did. I just said you
okay.
guys contacted Catherine and told her to organize the dinner, which she did.
Sweet. So should we come back and at a specific time?
It'll take me a little bit of prep, but nothing out of the ordinary. I work quick. My mind, goes everywhere. And, okay, well, it didn't go to boulette meat. I will be fair. I was thinking of pork recipes. So you're gonna have to give me, maybe an hour? A couple hours?
It's fine.
I got some marinating I want to do. A bunch of your, companions came in here. I think they're sitting over in the corner. All I kept hearing them talk about was Coslow and Garbella. So, I assume they were just part of your, entourage.
Garbella will look around.
Garbella, you're looking around. You do see them in the back. A lot of them in the northwestern part of the room. And you feel eyes on you as many of them are looking at you. And at least 5 of your gang wave as you make eye contact. Hi!
How much is a round of booze? There's a scab.
What do you want? We'll start a tab.
Grabilla will just toss 10 gold in.
Oh! Alright, some top shelf rum coming right up.
Yeah, all the people back there.
He starts counting. Very good.
Grabilla will make her way as gracefully as she can back there.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Grabella, you can't shake the feeling of so many eyes on you and your group as they all look between you and Kozlo, Seaswab, and Azriel. They smile as you approach.
We got some drinks coming over for you guys. How you doing?
I'm doing great. And in fact, we wanted to come by and give you some moral support. Well, not just moral support, but support. She gestures to everyone around.
No, you guys are so great.
If the Lunesties don't believe the things you say, we're here to tell them that you saved us. You saved all of us. And that you're whatever you want, whatever you're looking for here in Maginox, you've already made our lives better for all of us. The rest of your entourage are receiving their small shots of rum, and they all heft it in Grabella and Kozlo's, Seaswab, and Azriel's direction. Hear, hear! Hear, hear! To Grabella! To Kozlo! To Azriel and Seaswab! From saving us from Gaul Lavare, or the shitty fire jail, as I like to put it. Grana lifts her cup of rum, and to giving us a new chance, a new employment in Maginox. To Grabella! To Grabella! To Kozlo! To Kozlo! To Seaswab! To the Swab! To Azriel! To Azriel! Everyone chugs down.
They kind of trailed off there on Azriel. That's
It was like awkward. It was like, for Azriel?
Is he still calling that? Is he like fine. Lord Azriel?
Roxy's not here. It's okay.
Saint Azriel? What?
Nah, you guys are the best. Would 10 out of 10 would rescue you guys again.
Not only that, well, anything to get us away from all that sickness going on underneath Vakaris. Couple the Earth Ganassi in your entourage nod, understanding the situation.
There's a lot of stuff still going on around that. Some of you guys should visit home when you feel it is, safe and all that.
They kind of look at each other in confusion. Visit? Wait, aren't we escaped criminals?
Well, Miss Grana at the very least. I know,
Crap, what was the lady's name?
Which lady?
The
Big Booba Rock Lady?
Paya.
Wait,
Not
but that's
Paya.
Big Booba Fire Lady. Do you need Big
that's
Booba
Rock Lady.
Rock Lady? It's Sita.
I kind of ran into Sita, and we went to go see how things were going, and, well, she was worried about it, but at least Grana, I assume, was employed by, or, I don't know. But if it is safe for you guys to visit, I know, I don't want you guys to feel like you've been kidnapped. And, well, she was worried when she had heard what happened in the Vare.
I see.
But if it's not safe or you think you're gonna get rearrested, don't go. But if you want to send word to your families or whatever, we'll make that happen. Yeah?
There is assorted muttering from the gatherings, and Grana nods. If Sida is at least talking to the representatives of Vakaris, there might be some hope. But she is not known to be merciful.
Oh, yeah, I figured that out right away. I actually kind of had to put her in a place a little bit, which was scary, but I did it. I'm not good at politics, so I have to be scary about it.
Corbella just kind of smiles.
Well, I'm sure she is comforted by the news that some of her people have escaped the clutches of Lavare. Many of us did not. And I'm not sure that those of us that remain will quell her remaining fury.
No, probably not, but I think you guys giving a little poke around her hello might lift her spirits a little bit at the very least. It's I don't know. This whole politicking thing is complicated, but she was worried that you guys had been re-kidnapped and sick and all this other stuff, but I let her know that you guys were being taken care of.
Well, that's good. But I'm worried. Worried that she'll want some sort of justice.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely got some attitude about that, and I mean, I don't blame her. Vakaris was pretty much effing you guys over by stuffing you in there, and I mean, we didn't know it was all that stupid blood hag at first. But I'm trying to remind her that the people trying to make things good now, it had nothing to do with that. It's hard.
It's complicated. And whoever goes back down there runs the risk of not being able to come back.
Yeah,
If Sita
why,
decides to conscript us against the Vakarans.
That's why I said if you want to, if you feel it's safe, or we could have somebody send letters or something. You guys work here now. We care about you, but I don't want you to not be able to check in on the people you miss.
I think most of the people here are just happy to have their freedom. But some people may have families. I can't speak for everyone, but
Don't
really
want
up to you,
nobody
Bravella.
getting recaptured or nothing, so maybe we could float it through one of Kazu's contacts so stuff goes through 5 different ports before it reaches there, but, something smart.
Grana nods, but
Thumbs up.
you can tell that something is on her mind. You can make me an insight check.
Oh boy.
You're not sure, but Grana seems to drown the thought with another shot of strong liquor.
Hey, Grana, why don't we step to the side here for a second?
Of course, of course.
I'll go to this table and stuff.
Hey, Grabella. She
Cosmo
sits.
will just random chatter with the people at the other thing while Grabella's talking to Grana.
Sounds
Just
good.
Hey, so how's the face treating you?
like all this stuff.
It's facing. Grana looks at Grabella. There's a lot of people that just don't want to go back. That's understandable. A lot of them have committed a significant amount of crimes against either the Vakarans or, against our own people, the Earth Ganassi. But
Yeah, I don't want to force anybody into a situation that's bad for them. I don't want people to feel like they're stuck here either. It's hard for me to
She kind of scratches her head.
connect with, the Earth Genasi people how I am, because, some of them see me being alive again as unnatural, so it's all super awkward. But I try to care.
I didn't want to say this loud at the table to worry our friends, but C does, and I've worked with her for quite some time, does not let things rest so easily. She is vindictive, sharp, angry. And her closest guards, her Duragar warriors, know underneath Maginox like the back of their hand. I'm worried that now that she may have an idea that some of her people are in Maginox, that she may send those Duragar to retrieve them.
No.
So,
But
that's just... I'm just guessing. But you might want to keep your eyes and your ears open. Because the trouble might come from underneath our feet, if Sita wants us back particularly badly.
Yeah, I thought about just telling you privately, because that's what I probably should have. My head's a little wrung from fighting frogs. Don't ask.
She just shakes her head.
Also, she lifts up her finger. One important thing to point out is that we are some of the Earth Ganassi that got sick from some of that oil, but we survived. And she's going to want us back in particular, because now she's going to have a way to at least figure out why we didn't fall sick from the corrupted oil. At least not as much as the other Ganassi. And if you have the secrets behind this cure, then her search is quickly going to end up in your lap.
Well, I assume that all had to do with Azrael.
And you, by proxy.
Yeah.
Her
Well,
first surprise was definitely knowing that we were alive. The second, knowing that we survived the corrupted oil. Now, she has more questions than answers.
as you said, she was hard to temper, but hearing that you guys were okay softened her the smallest amount. I'm just trying to make sure everything down there don't blow up, Vicaris, and in general. If there's a way to get on her good side, or like I said, one of you go in that ain't likely to get tossed in jail or whatever, they could talk to her. I would facilitate that, but it's up to you guys. I ain't sending anybody down there that don't want to go.
You may be hard-pressed. Those that you saved will say yes for you, but they're going to risk never coming back. And would you want that on your conscience?
No.
She
That's
nods.
why I figured you can let me know who would actually be safe to send back, or if we should just send the letters.
She
And I mean,
thinks.
if she wants Azrael to help heal people, he's trying to get the word out about his church, so maybe we could go about it that route. I don't know.
She rubs her chin. Do you think that if Azrael could heal the corrupted oil, that we could bring the afflicted Earth Ganassi and even the Vakarans to the church for healing.
Azrael!
And she'll like wave Azrael over.
Oh,
I think the only thing that it would take is like materials and or money or rocks. We've had to buy a lot of rocks to fix like my face and stuff.
It's ironic that we need rocks in order to cure an affliction of rocks.
Yeah, we
I'm
don't have
sorry,
any
what are we
Earth
talking
Genasi
about?
that can like poop out diamonds, do we?
She like jokes.
do we need to bring people back from the dead? What's going on?
So,
Who died?
you know how the whole oil thing happened and how you were able to fix up some of the people from it.
Oh, uh-huh.
Well, Garnes here is kind of worried that, Sata's gonna want to know how all that happened. Which, I think if we, like, send word, hey, just bring him to Azrael's church, we could maybe, you know...
But I don't know how they got infected.
I don't know if she's worried about the infection as much as the cure. I'm sure they want to know both, but we'd have to let her know what you would need. And maybe she could bring those people that have been hurt to the church, and I don't know, it could soften some of this political stuff that makes my head hurt.
The souls of the faithless.
Yeah.
The what of the what?
The souls of the faithless?
Who? Grana
Or-
looks confused.
Or like diamonds. Diamonds are fine too.
Yeah, I think he could do it. It'd just take a lot of energy and money and time, but
Well, there's one thing worth pointing out. The only reason I think I was able to save Grana and everyone else at the time was because their infection was still pretty new. I do have more powerful spells now than I did then that might work, but just pointing it out there, it's possible that some people would be too far gone already. I don't know.
It's never exacting with these things, is it?
Worst case scenario, we could just kill them and I could resurrect them.
What? Well, hold on. Wait.
he's
What?
not exactly lying. Wait, did you not hear about Roxy?
Garbella, we've been so busy and all this stuff with Sita and the docks and getting everything back to normal.
You didn't think it was weird that there was a sweet little goblin girl who was butchered on the floor of Coslow's den, and then the next day she was just up and around handing out pamphlets?
Wearing
She-
beanbags as
she-
clothes.
Blinks. I feel like my brain tried to make sense of it, but
You've been busy. There's been a lot going on, and
I-
it's not.
I just
something
assumed
we-
she wasn't dead, just on the precipice, and you healed her.
Well, technically, yes. These are all true things.
in my
it's-
face.
Gravilla
Just-
pokes at it towards Grana.
Oh
Pokes
yeah, I
her
also
face.
fixed Grabella's face.
Grana just covers her mouth with her hand. I should be around more often.
Weirdly, fixing
Yeah, you-
Grabella's face was approximately as difficult as bringing Roxy back from the dead. I'm not entirely sure why that works that way.
Grabella, you do look as lovely as the day you lost it.
Thanks.
However, this is not a time for abject flattery.
Yep. No, it's not something that we put out there for everyone. I don't mind you knowing, because you're, well, amongst the smarter of everybody we got here.
Gravilla smiled.
I like how we have the conversation about like Azrael bringing people back from the dead, fixing shit, like curing everything, and Grabella gets like the compliments like incessantly. Just like, okay, cool.
Well, good Goodness gracious, by the Ascended, Asriel, don't tell Sida you have that sort of capability. Then she's going to send the Duragar here just to get you. For the mere flicker of hope that you can purge this oil, this wickedness from the Earth Ganassi.
I think we'd have to point it as like some sort of religious healing or something and leave out the details.
I'm really confused. Is this person good or a bad person? And
you remember the angry rock lady from when we went to Vicaris?
Well, yeah, but we meet a lot of angry people in our jobs, Grabella.
Yeah.
She's frustrated. She's angry. She's been, Grana sighs, left to suffer without help from people we once thought were our allies, our brothers and sisters. Then we were shunted outside the walls and holed up in Lavare, experimented on by a blood hag, all under the watch of the High Guard of Vicaris. She's frustrated. She felt like she could have done something, I'm sure.
But she would abduct me?
If she has the knowledge that you cured us, or at least me, of the corrupted oil, that would give her enough reason to drag you back under Vicaris.
But she could just come to the church and I could heal them.
Yeah, if she could keep her blades away from your throat for a fraction of a second. Like I said, she's angry. She's got a lot of reason to be. We just need to either, well, distract her long enough to not have her kill us in order to convince her that we're actually doing a good thing. She trails off, not really wanting to say the second thing.
I'm really confused. Why would she try to kill us if we could help her?
I think it's more she would want to keep you.
Yeah, it's more of wanting to keep you, which would involve the killing of your companions. She looks at Grabella, and
well, that's not very effective to getting somebody to help.
Well, it isn't, but doesn't have a lot of hope left, and I was shocked she was even considering diplomacy.
Well, maybe if we write up something about if you bring some of your people that aren't far gone and maybe one that is, we could see what we could do to help, but if she starts messing with people or taking people away, things are just gonna get harder for her instead of helping the people she wants to help. I don't want to have to threaten her to get her help, but if that's what we have to do.
Well, if there's one thing I do know about Sida, she does respect strength. So that might have an effect on your, attempts to convince her. Grana stands up. It may, for the sake of the rest of everyone here, she kind of looks over at the gang who are all celebrating and cheering with Kozlo, who it looks like they're about to put him on their shoulders and dance him around the bar a little bit.
But are they putting him in a barrel and making it a backpack? This is the real question. I think.
Soon, this is the evolution of that. He sighs. Even though everybody's here for different reasons, they're all still here. And I think the freedom to choose where they want to be at this point in their life, now that they've gotten a second chance, is what they deserve. I'll go back down to Sida and the Obsidian Halls. I'll see what I can do.
Tell her if she lets us keep the people and doesn't mess with our people, we'll help her sick people as best we can. But if she starts threatening people or hurting people, then, well, we'll have to deal with it.
All right. I'll go down there. I'll try and calm down Sita. And hope she is not sending anyone to retrieve the gang. Is that all right? You may not see me for a while. She, lets out a breath. If ever again. But I may be able to prevent her hand from moving too quickly.
You worried about getting stuck down there?
I think for everyone's benefit, it would behoove one of us to stay down there, at least to keep an eye on Sita. Charlindra's not going to be able to do it. She's a Vakaran.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous about working with all that anyway.
She can get into the Obsidian Halls, a place where I can't get into. But I can at least keep an eye on the Earth Elementals. And if they're deciding to do any mobilization, whether it's on the Vakaris or Maginox, I can get ahead of them. I'm a big girl, but I can move pretty fast.
Yeah, we can.
So at the very least, I might be able to give you a heads up.
Stabbed Corbella 1,000 times in the back.
I wish I had a way that I could just contact you from afar, but I'm no sorcerer.
Aren't there like rocks or something that do that, Azrael?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you mean stones of sending? Those are, well, somewhat common in Earth Ganassi culture, but it would require someone to bring you the other one, or get it to you somehow, she thinks. I could probably procure one, at least from Sita's clutches, send it to the Obsidian Halls, and have it perhaps wind up in Charlindra's hands. Then she could deliver it to you.
Yeah. That could work.
Getting a sending stone into the Obsidian Halls? That's no problem at all.
I'd even pay you for extra. Those are super useful and not easy to get up here.
They're much easier to get down below Vakaris, believe me. In fact, it takes a very keen ear in order to hear the resonance of the stones. They have to echo just right.
Man, I definitely gotta visit down there sometime. That sounds awesome.
If you were looking for more information about your past, Grabella, and where you may have come from, I'm sure Sita would have the answers for you.
Well, it'd probably be in their military records.
She kind of looks at her.
She nods. I'm not an official part of that military, or else I would try and get my hands on those myself, but Sita would know. Getting her on our good side would be, well, nothing but a good thing.
Yeah.
Just handle everything with care. And if you have a better idea, or even better, a cure for that corrupted oil, get it down to Vakaris as fast as you can.
If we find something we can send instead of bringing people up, and I'm only asking for them to bring it up because we're afraid they're going to try to kidnap Israel. This is my Pokemon. It's my friend.
All right. Don't tell the gang. I'll go quietly in the morning. At first starlight.
And if things get too sticky after you get the stone, you let me know.
And you, just in case something goes awry, tell your network of kobolds to be on the lookout for a sending stone, just in case we need to use them as a courier service.
Oh, I only have the undead kobolds right now.
Cribella scratches her head.
Rana frowns. I'm sorry to hear that. What happened?
There's another dragon. At least she's nice and is like talking to me and stuff, but I miss my kobolds.
Nothing but
that's
excitement
okay.
with you around Grabella. That's for sure.
We're gonna get her kobolds back. We're going to turn Grabella into a real dragon.
Which could make, talking with everybody downstairs even more exciting.
She smiles. Every problem has a practical solution. I like this idea personally. Be the strongest one in the room, and no one's gonna mess with you.
Maybe, but yeah. But HR and Bronx are down there, and a couple of the other grunts and example. So they might be able to help, but that's all that's kicking around at the moment.
All right. She stands up. If you have anything that might
give
help,
her a hug.
she hugs you back tightly, like in a very sisterly way. Looks at you with at arm's length. I can't wait until I can bring you down outside of Fakaris and show you where I'm from. She pats your shoulder. Soon.
Gonna hold you to it.
Grabella smiles.
Grana will hit the bar as she will enjoy the rest of her evening, at least until the first starlight.
This stuff is so hard, Azriel.
What's hard?
Politics and making sure all of our people are okay.
Oh. Well, that's why I just kind of kill anybody and steal their soul who threatens the people I care about.
Yeah, we'll keep that one to ourselves until we need to, yeah?
She smiles.
And thank
From
you,
the,
Azriel.
you guys would probably hear at some point coming from the direction of Kozlo and everything else, just like a
Yeah, fucking shake him!
Yeah, like definitely, I would definitely feel like Kozlo and Seasop were getting shit faced and like fucking just partying with these guys.
We should go check on that.
Like Seasop was definitely fucking telling sailor stories and Kozlo's trying to blow shit up.
Oh my god. And so the rager begins as the party gets a little raucous. Some of the Maginox residents are a mixture of amused and annoyed, but many of them are ultimately happy to see some life breathed back into the tavern. Zestgob and whatever he's cooking in the kitchen, exotic smells of delicious foods you've never had before. Succulent boulette steaks and freshened tossed corpse flower blossom salads. The scents fill the air with richness, floral scents, a little bit of truffle, and a lot of pork. Underneath the salted caramel, hints of beer bubble up as he is surely making a sausage, something equally delicious. And soon, the tavern is bustling with people as the smells start wafting out the window and attracting passers-by. And soon enough, Zestgob Goblins is full of eager tourists who are happy to just sit around and enjoy these exotic smells. Occasionally, they grab a bowl of the house stew, but seem to be more interested in whatever's happening in the kitchen and the general atmosphere of the tavern. Time will pass, unless there is anything you would all wish to do.
I just have a quick thing, and I don't know if this was just an accident or whatever, but I see that there's 2 seated tinder sparks.
What?
This one and this one.
Oh, god damn it.
I wasn't sure if that was like a thing where it's like, oh, there's an imposter among us, or
Among us.
I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if that was like a thing that we were supposed to look out for. I was like,
An illusion. You're too drunk. You're just seeing double.
okay, I've just seen double.
Do do we wait long enough to get a short or a long rest for us undead?
You do. I will allow the undead to long rest. Oslo and Sea Swab, you can short rest.
I don't remember where my buttons are all on it. It's been so long since we've taken a long rest.
I know, right?
C-Swap's definitely just like leaning on like Jib and Wormwood, getting drunk and being like, sand in her hair, salt on her skin. She smelled of the sea.
As you all quickly take your rest, the tavern is still going, and the party seems to be going on into the night. A very typical Maginox experience. And now most of the patrons are ignoring any of the important things happening in the tavern. Grabella, as you and Azriel take a quick respite, the door beside you opens. And a woman steps out. She's an elven woman with pale violet hair and pale violet skin and light blue hair. On her earrings and around her neck are sigils of the moon. Around her waist, a thin-bladed rapier that shimmers with a silvery light. She stands with a confident grace, and the only thing that mars her skin is in the center of her forehead, a deep and thick scar. It appears to be perhaps the only wound she has taken in combat. She looks immediately at you, Grabella, and then over to Azriel. She places her hand over her heart and gives a short but polite bow. The Lunestis will see you now.
Oh. Jazzo! C-Swab, are you sober?
Barely.
Yes, fine.
Oh, God.
Grabella will run over to the bar.
Hey, Jessica, you got any bread?
Yeah, of course, we got everything under control. Don't worry, you're not gonna need to handle a thing. We're gonna get our goblins. They're just gonna be real quick and quiet, in and out, dropping off the food during your meeting. Don't you worry about a thing, sweetheart.
Yeah, no, I just need a little bit right now because C-Swab and Kozlov are wasted.
Oh my God, the act. Okay, drunk bread. Got it.
Yeah, I need drunk bread, please.
All right, get something heavy. Gotcha. Zeskob runs off into the kitchen. Hey, but we need the drunk bread.
Get the drunk bread, Stat!
I almost forgot that I was not on my fucking artificer for a second and went to pull bread out of my sleeves and remembered I can't do that on this character.
All right, here you go. I got some really dense, thick oat bread. Make lots of butter on this, all right? We want lots of fat, and you want to absorb the alcohol.
Thank you,
Azriel
Jessica. You're the best.
She'll toss
Azriel
a golden.
just
Good luck.
reaches out and touches Sea Swab and Kozlo in turn.
Oh!
It just casts Lesser Restoration.
You both are no longer drunk. You are stone cold sober.
But like the booze just like sweats out of your body, just like excessively. So now you all look a little bit drenched.
Oh, maybe I should use this bread to sop up the sweat.
Yeah. One sec. My avatar is tweaking out. One sec.
Grabella will wipe up the boy's best she can and drop the bread off.
I'm so sorry. Just throw that away. Just trust me.
Did you just use bread as a towel?
Yes.
More like a sponge.
But that's
That's
actually
Grabella we're talking about.
that's still good booze in that bread though, actually, because it's just like the pure booze, like unmetabolized again. It's fine.
Grabella! I'll give you 20 gold to eat that bread.
Don't do it.
Alright. 25 gold.
See swap later.
I'll let you use my wand of wonder.
I don't want your one.
All right, Grabella.
One bite!
There
Grabella,
you
just
go.
one bite!
Thank you.
All right, now get in there. Good luck.
All right, let's go.
Alright.
I'll eat the bread after.
No, it's no fun now.
Kazo will like,
Cosmo.
yeah, Kazo will like straighten his back, stand up all proper. He'll put the hat on, but not like use it. Just he's wearing the fancy hat.
Does Kozlo use the hat to give himself just like a couple extra inches in height? Or is that like absolutely not something Kozlo would do?
I don't think he would think of that, but he would like maybe try to make himself look a bit more attractive. But Kozlo's version of attractive is maybe he's gonna look really good to a goblin.
True.
Kozlo, your eyes are extra
Glossy.
Yeah.
Glossy.
Sorry about all that, ma'am. We're ready.
Of course. Lady Lunesti, Dire Lunesti, Kozlo Greenfinger. She gestures you inside.
Kozlo will step in, like give a big, grandiose, like flourished bow, take the hat off for a second, look weird for a second until he puts it back on, and then looks like he did when he walked in again.
Grabella of
facepalm, but stand in the back like security as she always does.
Grabella of
into
the
the
Reborn. Asriel of the Reborn. And Sea Swab. Sea Swab, sorry. What was your ship's name?
1 second.
I also have a few ship notes.
Moonshadow.
Moonshadow. The Sea Swab of the vessel Moonshadow.
Can we do this like in the office, like the garden party, where I just come in and out and you have to keep saying it?
of Swab. God.
Hey, who do you guys think is the greatest person to ever grace Madronox?
She shuts the door.
No, just kidding. I don't know.
And Sea Swab of the vessel, the SS Moonshadow.
Hello. Takes this little like sailor salute, I guess.
She steps in behind Asriel and shuts the door. Please, if you would allow yourself to get comfortable. She takes a seat in the back. Behind the table are two violet-skinned figures, each with raven black hair. One clearly gaining the features of his mother. A bit disheveled, and with bags under his eyes, Eris Lunesti is wearing a loose-fitting brown shirt. It looks like something you would just make threadbare, and is very slouchy and not at all regal. His pants tied neatly with a sash. He looks more ready for a night on the town than anything else. He wears no jewelry except for a small silver barrette in his hair to tie back over his right ear, keep away from his face. His mother has short-cropped black hair and very similar hawkish features. But while Eris shifts in his seat slightly as everyone gets comfortable, Alara is still as a statue, her eyes unblinking. She looks over the group. Her gaze is intense, and her posture is unwavering. It is she that carries the most regal bearing in this room, and not her, son, the king-to-be. Whoever the other curious Lunesti is in the back seems overall, uninterested in the Lunestis and are more interested in looking at Rebella and Asriel in particular. Eris and Alara both stand as everyone enters. And when everyone is comfortable, you all take a seat together. Eris slides up his chair slightly and clears his throat. Thank you. I appreciate you all wanting to meet with me. I am Eris Lunesti of House Lunesti. This is my mother, once Queen of Maginox, Alara Lunesti, and once wife to Ascendant King Lokari Polaris, namesake of this region. Alara gives a polite and brief nod. I would need everybody to make me a history check, please. These are
She looks pretty.
And Grabella's just gonna stay bodyguard in the back.
Alara's robes are much more neat than Eris's finest silks, adorned with sigils of the moon. For Asriel in particular, at least one of your souls recognizes the name Alara, and that must mean that she is very, very old indeed, for that soul has come and gone, yet she still looks the same. And that soul inside you, Asriel, is very old, fragmented. It's an ancient flicker of what it once was. Eris, the much more approachable of the two, leans forward with eager interest towards Kozlo. Catherine speaks highly of you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she had a lot of good things to say about you, too.
She nods. Or excuse me, he nods. I certainly would hope so. Kozlo Greenfinger. He thinks. The Merchants Guild, first and foremost, have given you a significant amount of praise. Can you tell me a little bit about your relationship between yourself and the Merchants Guild, and why they speak of you with such respect?
So basically, none of the merchants here were making any amount of coin whatsoever, yeah? The docks were in a friggin', pardon my gobblish.
The goblin. No, please.
The cops were
The cops.
The cops.
The friggin' cops!
the friggin' cops.
Shake him!
Fucking shake 'em.
No.
The docks were kind of a mess. There was just, there was no trade coming in, nothing.
After everything fell apart, we kind of glued back together what we could.
Yeah. So I think they're probably happy just because we made it safe for people to come by and trade again.
Seems satisfied with that answer. I see by the official records that you yourself are a burgeoning businessman here in Maginox. And you
Yep.
own a business called Coslow's Den, is that right?
Yep. Yeah, it's a little bar around the corner from here. Nice place. Stop by sometime, but let me know if you're coming. I'll make sure we clean it up for you.
Would you consider yourself a businessman, Coslow?
Through and through. Runs in my blood. Along with several other things.
Oh, do tell.
Costa seems like has to stop and think like, what the heck did he actually mean when he said that?
Nitroglycerin.
You know, I never actually thought about it that far. I just assumed there's other things in my blood other than being a merchant. You know, I never actually checked. We can check if you want. Hey, Grabella!
He's very proficient with explosives and fixed all the cannons in the harbor, which were being terrible and not used and not loaded.
Oh yeah, we had to defend the harbor. I sank a ship full of, well, all of us did. Sank a ship full of pirates or something.
Vampires, actually.
Vampirates? I'm sorry, did you make that up yourself?
No, that's what they were calling themselves.
We own it. You can't use it. Not without a license. But I'd be happy to give you a license.
Carvella just rubs her head.
We can discuss the terms of that licensing agreement later. I find it rather clever.
But yeah, no, they showed up while we were randomly checking the docks and just thought they could just take the place. And well, I think that's the other thing that Umberto asked the merchants is that we kicked their butt.
Yep, we've been all about getting the docks working again and making it safe. Because as a business owner, I understand if there's no customers, then there's nobody's money to take.
So your vested interest in Maginox is getting everything back on track, getting the tourists to come back that were scared away from the Vicadans. Is that right?
Yep. That's been kind of the biggest thing.
He looks over at Sea Swab. And what about you, Mr. Swab? Tell me a little bit about yourself and your vessel.
I really wanted to be like, please, Mr. Swab is my father.
Mr. Swab is my father. I am but a lowly sailor. Not much to tell, really. Sailed around a bit, landed up here, linked up with these guys, and, a lot of bad contracts amongst these ones.
Yeah, he keeps all of our paperwork in order, and, oh god, he's just the best at writing up stuff.
There's one thing that I've learned that's, I guess, sort of, how do I say this? No matter what plane of existence you occupy, there's still elemental laws that need to be followed. And I like to break those laws.
For the first time, you see Alara move slightly. She lifts up her hand to stifle a small smirk from her lips. She chuckles at Sea Swab's joke.
What fun is just a lightning bolt if you can make it a lightning bolt made out of fire?
Alara glances over at her son. I like him. Eris has the grace to let out a small guffaw. Thank you, Mr. Swab. And your other two very silent companions.
mean,
Their
I think they're just
names.
silent because that's being polite in a conversation, right? You don't really talk over other people.
Oh, I'm Corbella. I'm the, well, the muscle, but I've been trying to, I've ended up in a lot of interesting political situations lately. One of which a topic I'd like to broach at some point now or another time about, well, Vicaris.
A goblin comes in and quietly serves the first course. Corpse flower bulb salad on a light raspberry vinaigrette with rose petals and cashew nuts.
Grabella will sit down to eat.
Are those cashew nuts? Because I prefer pistachios.
Possibly. But, that's a whole other thing that's going on is, Vicaris is, well, found out that they've lost their leader. Apparently he's been gone for a long time and they're cleaning things up and, trying to solve quite a few problems at once, and, Peya has kind of been keeping things together down there, and she wanted me to mention that they'd be interested in talking, perhaps. Going through some old wounds and, yeah, everybody getting a fresh start, which seems to be the theme of a lot of things lately. But that's a whole other side part of things going on. Azrael is, well, I'll let Azrael describe Azrael. He's amazing.
That's Azrael. They're famous.
Hi, I'm Azrael.
Do we have a pamphlet?
Alara looks at you, Azrael. Have we met?
I don't think so.
Your
But
face. It's familiar. She,
my face? Nobody's
she-
ever said that before.
You have a feeling she doesn't mean your face. My mistake.
Hang on, let me look at my notes.
Is it one of your souls? Is she looking at one of your souls, Aspen?
Oh, do you mean Eleanor? Eleanor said she knew you.
Eleanor. Yes. I've known an Eleanor. It's always nice to see an old acquaintance. Even if it is strange circumstances. Hello, Eleanor. How are you?
Nobody sees it, but Eleanor's, oh my word, she said hello to me, and she just kind of like faints on the couch backwards.
I remember your kindness. And I remember when you helped that sick little calf. I'll never forget the look in your face. Forgive me.
Oslo's gonna look like slow, wide-eyed, what the fuck, head turned towards Azrael.
Nice.
Forgive me. I shall not reminisce much.
But, Azrael's got a burgeoning, what's the word?
A church.
A church that is growing on the outskirts of town.
Like one that's appropriate for a place like Maginox, not one of them weird ones that comes here saying how everybody's bad for stupid reasons.
Oh yeah, no, none of that crap.
Iris sits back in his chair and sits in silence for a moment and looks a bit somber. Kozlo, as a businessman, from one businessman to another, do you understand Maginox's place in the world? He gives you a very level look.
I've never been too good with geography. We're like north, I think.
We're quite east, but not quite what I meant.
Oh, east is the same thing as north if you hold a map different.
Good point. Perspective does matter.
But I think it means more like metaphorically world stage. It's a word I learned recently.
While all of the businesses of Maginox are important, it is good to understand the greater whole that is served within the city. Not just businesses here to make money and offer the exchange of coin, but the real reason why Maginox exists, even as a concept. He looks at Coslow again. Life could not always have been so easy for you. He looks at Coslow. Especially as a goblin. You've come very far, and you've accomplished much. And those are the types of things that are attainable within Maginox. But Maginox exists on a fragile precipice of control. And it is important that those who lead Maginox not just do it for prosperity, but to understand that we are a bastion of hope in the night. That strength is what keeps the night at bay. And we have found a way to work together for common goals. But the creatures of the night are hungry and tend to be, at their very nature, predators. Maginox exists not sheerly for the amusement of others, but to keep these forces from spiraling out of control in a contained environment where they cannot merely prey on the masses. And I'll ask you again, Oslo Greenfinger. Do you find value in this?
Kazla seems to be thinking really hard for a minute.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. You gotta, make sure there's a safe place for people like that to be so they're not, running off everywhere else, yeah? And then you gotta give them a bar that they can buy drinks at.
It offers them a semblance of a life that they can truly never have. The lack of freedom that vampires have, always swathed in the caress of night, unable to see the light of day. This Maginox provides entertainment and respite from the horrors that they must endure in order to live. At least those that choose to live a more peaceful life. Whatever that means to them. But as a new businessman, Coslow, you must understand that when you hold a multitude of tigers within a cage, that sometimes there may be a little bit of fur that flies. Do you understand?
I think so. So
You-
you're making a tiger cage.
You must be a tiger, Oslo. As every businessman, every person, every being in Maginox is ultimately living amongst these caged tigers. And the trust breaks with the common folk if rigid control is not provided. As a businessman, and, well, as someone who I believe cares about Maginox, it may come to a time where you may have to defend yourself and what you care about against outside threats and things that tend to want to disrupt the status quo. Do you think you are a bad enough dude? Sorry. Do you think you are strong enough to not just be a simple peddler of goods, but an actual contributor to the well-being of Maginox?
I mean, we already pretty much fought off an invasion.
He nods. The vampirates.
Yeah.
Laura leans over. Most likely, those that were fleeing from House Hamaki and House Vicadus, looking for easy prey on the ocean.
Yeah, they kind of looked like those hibachi guys.
Yeah, we also,
Oh god, I totally had a thought and said it when I was muted, and now I can't remember it.
Oh no.
Never mind. Brain go.
The words of your deeds have spread to our ears, Coslow, even before we have met. And my initial questions may seem trite and commonplace, but I want to ensure that we are on common ground. That you and your friends doing business in Maginox is a danger. It is not a luxury. And what you have here you need to work for, and you need to fight to defend. That you work amongst hungry tigers who would be more than willing to sink their fangs into your neck, if not for... He, looks at the room. The strict rules and regulations that we have in place.
we did clear out a thieves guild.
Kazo has a look like leans back in his chair slightly, like something that Eris has said finally was close enough to the language that Kozlo would speak business-wise to understand it. And he's like,
Oh! Yeah, I know what you mean. That's the manner of doing business. Sometimes you gotta fuck a shark.
He blinks.
Caesar turns his head to the left. Caesar turns his head to the left all slow, like, what the fuck did you just say?
Capella just nearly spits out her drink.
Is that a saying?
Yeah. Something my family always said when I was little. They said, one day, Kazo, you're gonna have to fuck a shark.
Alara clears her throat.
With the sharks.
I believe that is Triton slang, but honestly, I'm surprised it's carried over this long. Eris shakes his head. What I'm
The
trying...
idea that sometimes, in order to get what you need to do, you gotta be, you gotta make yourself be the one in charge. So the shark's trying to eat you, but you just fuck it.
You fuck it instead. Yes, I see what you're saying. You fuck that shark before it fucks you.
Yeah.
I guess that
I
sort
like
of makes sense.
And if you can't fuck it first, then you use a counter fuck maneuver.
The counter fuck man. Goblins, you truly have the fanciest devices. But yes.
He's good at business.
Shark fucking business. Yeah.
This is not some sunny, quiet town on a peaceful hill in the rolling green. This is Maginox. And when you are a part of this ecosystem, you need to fight for what you love. Because everyone here has done so. And they want to put aside whatever petty differences they may have in order to live in peace and experience, well, the culture of the night. Not for the fear it brings, but for the cooling, tranquil calmness, the still under the stars. We fight for peace. He sits down and seems a little bit like even surprised he let out a speech like that, but Alara seems approving and nods. Danger lurks around every corner, Oslo. And while tales of your deeds have already spread to our ears, I need you and I to be on the level, that you are ready to defend that and your friends and the family and the life you are building here with your life. And I, as your soon-to-be leader, will do everything in my power to ensure that you, and those that live in Maginox, remain safe. Are we clear? Are our goals aligned?
Kozlo, seems again like he's trying to translate what Eris is saying into, Kozlo business speak.
Let me try again. Are you ready to fuck someone over if they try to steal your shit? And if I'll fuck them over first to prevent them from stealing your shit, then we're cool.
Yeah, let's fuck some sharks.
Alright, fuck the sharks.
God damn it.
As somebody who hates the San Jose Sharks hockey team, I love that line. Thank you.
Kozlo, do you know Thieves' Cant?
I'm an artificer. I have every kit.
No, a Thieves' Cant. It's it's like a rogue language.
Oh,
I'm looking at your features. You are not.
I don't think so.
Okay. He says something under his breath, but you don't understand it.
We have been on the topic of this place not always being sunshine and rainbows. We have been wondering if that's, being as the Thieves Guild has been pushed out, if a more controllable entity should be put into its place.
She kind of nudges Kozlo and looks at the Nesties to see what they think.
Kozlo blinks slowly, one eyeball at a time.
Personal experience. These guilds always tend to pop up when you least expect them. And no doubt, once the ships start returning to Maginox, that the smugglers will start coming in as well. But there are a few things that we do not deal with in Maginox that we will ensure do not touch our shores. One, the sale and the trade of sentient beings. We will not exchange people. We all have free will.
You know that's why we blew up the Thieves Guild, right?
Forgive me, I have been long absent from Maginox, and some of the goings-on have hit my ears more recently than others. And while I was planning on addressing that, it seems like it was resolved for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, no problem.
they were gonna sell and trade some of the people that had been collected after the mess of stuff that happened with all the houses falling and whatnot, and turning those people into, well, basically property. They had literally branded some of them.
They
I-
also
We
hurt
are
some of
very
our
much
friends.
not a fan of that.
They also hurt some of our friends, so we murdered them aggressively.
Yeah.
Well then, let us ensure that that does not continue to happen under the watch of Maginox. It is not something we will abide by. While we do allow the anyone to imbibe of any proclivities that they may wish to do, they must not harm one another within the city walls.
Bella nods.
There are certain prohibited items from Maginox, and these should be self-explanatory. 1. There shall be no worship of the light in Maginox. Many creatures of the night are disturbed by the presence of true sunlight, and it is a practice that we cannot allow to occur. 2. Any items that may allow or shed such harming lights are not allowed within the walls of Maginox, again, for the safety of our people. If all of this is understood, then I believe we can continue.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
One thing that the Vicadans did that we found also detestable was encouraging the sale of living body parts in use for necromantic purposes. This is not something we will condone, even if willingly given, and we will not tolerate another black market blood house to occur within the walls of Maginox.
What about pre-existing necromantic entities? Present company included.
He looks over at Azrael. There is a fine line, but we respect the free will of the Umbrellans, spirits and ghosts that have returned to this plane, and until they depart, Maginox is a welcome home for them, as long as they abide by the rules.
But what if, hypothetically speaking, somebody had a rescue puppy from a really nasty vampire duke, and they rescued said puppy, but said puppy happens to be cobbled together parts of, other dead things. Hypothetically.
Yeah,
So
like
you're banning the act of causing the necromancy, but not necessarily. Like, if someone does it, you're not gonna hold the thing they made responsible for it, yeah?
This all sounds oddly specific.
it's an important of many a nation, unfortunately, from where you will be working, sir.
Corbella says as frankly as
As long as that creature is under control and not harming others, I see no trouble with it.
Perfect.
Because with, being of the dark things happen, and
I'll put it this way.
people make weird shit.
Just understand that if you go and resurrect somebody's grandmother, you will probably get punched in the face.
No. Yeah. Let's put some perspective on this. We spent a lot of time so far fighting people that's been resurrected a bunch of weird shit. And some of the weird shit they resurrected is actually kind of nice. Not that they should have done it, but, we don't want to have to, Oh, sorry, sir. Because you were resurrected by this guy, now we gotta kill you too. Sort of thing, yeah?
Also, may I just say one thing? Respectfully, by the way. Respectfully.
I generally
There's
find
been a
if
lot of
people say
people-
that before they say something, it's not very respectful.
Well, I'm just saying it as I don't mean this in any sort of disrespectful tone. My intentions are not to be disrespectful. But there's been a lot of people who have been telling us how they want stuff run around here and how they're, this is what the city is about, but yet we're the ones that cleaned it up. Like, if we had left it what it was, there'd be nothing.
Eris quirks an eyebrow. Huh. You all work as... well... You see what you contribute to, but not a part of the greater whole. I assure you, you are not the only ones doing great things within Maginox, and in trying to maintain the status quo. It is a careful house of cards we are trying to balance here, and your efforts have been noticed. Though, do not be so arrogant as to say that you are the only ones doing something. Alara holds up a hand a little bit to Eris and looks at Sea Swab. Mr. Swab, I hear the ocean in your mind. A sense of dread, longing. What is this storm that exists in your mind?
I'd like to think that I'm far from lost, but I'm farther from being found.
You are a tempest. Your heart a storm. Conduit. She blinks and looks back at Eris. Forgive me. Mr. Swab had a lot to say. She smiles very softly and quizzically at Sea Swab. Interesting. I do believe, my son, that Maginox is in good hands with the strength of these four in helping maintain the city's status quo. You all have gone through so much trouble, so much pain. You deserve a bit of respite, a place where you can exist in peace.
Oh God, she's gonna kill us.
We all have come here from different origins, for different reasons. But everyone here deserves to have a new chance at life and existence, whether we dream or not. My dear boy, I do believe that the wisdom of these four and the lengths they have gone to keep Maginox safe would be a great asset to us. And there is great wisdom and power that stirs within their hearts. Eris nods.
And I think that's why we're here. We put a lot of effort into this place because we care, of course, but well, we want to be sure that we can keep what we've earned by protecting it and rebuilding it and have our place amongst the kingdom.
Sometimes
We know we're not the only one fixing things. Not that stupid.
Grabella scratches her head a little.
We just... Yeah. We care, but we want to make sure we're secure in having what we have and the ability to grow what we have.
I would like to extend an offer to you, namely to Grabella and Asriel. Grabella and Asriel, I understand it. You too have been reborn unto Arctis. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Israel's a bit more complicated, I think. But it's time to drink drugs. Sorry.
Yay, drug time.
Drugs.
Or some that return. They find it difficult to acclimate and struggle with the reality of existence. But you, she looks at Azrael, have found not just a form, but multitudes of fractured souls. And you, she looks at Grabella, a rift, a missing piece, haphazardly torn from the soul, as if it were a paper ripped in twain. There are answers, if you seek them. Things can be arranged in order to try and bring these missing pieces, or to let some of these souls go at rest, if that is what you desire. It is something that I can see to, with the help of the moon sages. They offer healing of the mind through dreams. And perhaps these sages can help you heal these fractured parts of your memory, or find a way to see what will put these restless souls at ease. I think this
Azrael
can be
narrows
mutually
their eyes.
beneficial. But it is merely an offer. If you are satisfied with your being, let me not interfere. But do know this. Fractured souls tend to be restless, and the gaping wound left on your soul can become infected. The reborn, though blood nor breath pass your lips or your body, there is an end. You do not persist forever. And for many, it is a painful end.
Well, funny you should mention that, actually. There's one soul you could put to rest for us. She's kind of been a pain in the ass for a really long time.
Oh, God.
Grabella was definitely gonna jump in front of the
She
daggers
holds up her hand.
they were throwing at each other, but now she's just gonna let this happen.
I do not dabble in soulcraft, merely the guidance of dreams.
Well, maybe you should make the bitch in my bag dream and go away.
I'm sorry. The bitch in your bag.
Narcissa Soulblight? Really? Nobody told you that we're carrying her around in a bag?
Go like that for sure. Catherine would have told you.
I feel like that's kind of like everybody bearing the
I
lead.
feel like that's the most important part of this group that we do that you guys know about us.
Eris looks over at Alara.
Ezreal pulls out Narcissa's skull. Oi, hello, mates. How's it going?
Now, I have a quick question. Does Azrael hold it by, like, the horn? And it kind of, like, dangles down? Or is it, like, all in your hand?
Like Azrael grabs it with, in their hands, like, with the top jaw and the bottom jaw in their hands, and just, like, makes it pop open and close as they talk.
Remember the bow you put on it as well, Scott?
Yes, yeah, it has a little bow now. Yeah, that's true as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, okay. Are you making it, like, talk like a puppet?
Yeah.
So,
I'm just so blind. Da 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 da.
it is true. You are carrying around the skull of Narcissa. Oh, she must be livid.
No, she gets very mad about certain conversations that we have. Or, like, tries to egg me on into some complicated stuff.
She's also very needy. Like, it's like she wants to be the center of attention for everything we do. And like, we have other stuff to do. You're not that important.
Yeah, that's true too.
Hello, Narcissa. It has been a long time. No see. I see you've, not changed.
She's lost some weight.
You look a little thinner.
I can respect a boss bitch who's willing to like fucking taunt the eternal lich. We can respect that around here.
Alara is actually looking like she very much enjoys this, and leans back in her seat. I had to see it with my own eyes in order to believe it to be true. This is quite delicious, Narcissa, to see you looking so gaunt.
Cabella's trying not to laugh very hard.
However, please, if you'll all entertain me for a brief bout of history. Narcissa was, as you are aware, a lich, and had decided to not wish to, partake in the rules of Maginox, and to live out her days doing whatever she wanted, including a significant amount of soulcraft, which she claimed to be for the greater good. She took on disciples, as many liches are wont to do, and they, 3 of them in particular, for a brief period of time, entertained the idea of joining the Council of Maginox. This was long ago. A very, very long time ago, still when we had representation from the Fae. Alara trails off in thought for a moment. The liches and their penchant for dabbling in soulcraft ended up not playing by the ultimate rules of Maginox, that souls, regardless of origin, belonged to the vessel that they inhabited, and that if they had free will and free thought, they were free to persist. But the lich's desire for souls, taken unwillingly and ripped from the cycle, not play nicely with the council, and thus they were banished. She looks at the skull. I remember the binding. She looks at Azriel. You have the mirror, yes?
We do.
It was tricky. But Narcissa, as most liches do, created a phylactery. Something that housed a part of her soul in something else. And if she were to die, she would merely be resurrected, defying every law of returning to Arctis. And this power she would gain from the souls stolen from others. And steal she did. What she'd claimed to be under the guise of saving her people, she took as a reservoir of endless magic. Many saw her as a hero. But this was doubtful that she saw her people then no more than batteries to efficiently prolong her life and to power her spells and rituals.
So interestingly enough, actually, that was one of the things we hoped that you might be able to help us with. Well, we were looking for someone who could tell us how to destroy a lich's phylactery. Preferably without the obliteratus whatever-ist thing. Because that's buried.
Now, that certainly would be one way to shatter a phylactery. Mind you, a phylactery can take many forms, and Narcissa was a very powerful lich. Her phylactery, or whatever she has a portion of her soul stolen into, will not be some simple trinket or urn. You'll need to identify what exactly the phylactery is before devising a way to destroy it. Finding it is the hard part.
Well, actually, that's the pretty easy part.
Yeah, I think we already got a line on that.
Oh.
Azriel tucks Narcissa back in the bag.
And what
Yep.
were you able to do that so many before you were unable to?
I
Where
don't know.
is Narcissa's phylactery?
Oh, it's under the ocean.
Of course. That means I know exactly who has it. And it's one of her 3 disciples. How
Oh.
fortunate.
Yeah, all skeletal and squiddy all at the same time.
She nods. That would be her.
She was very helpful. She took me right there. It was very nice.
Such power you have.
Gazriel's certainly the budget. He's gonna do great things.
The budget was right. Budget what?
She wants to say like budgeting, but
Burgeoning.
yes, burgeoning.
I
thank
got
you.
what you were trying to say, but I
Yeah.
preferred budget. The budget cleric.
Perfect. Then that's totally what happened.
Well, we have good news and we have bad news. The good news is we should know who holds Narcissa's phylactery, at least one of her 3 disciples. By confirming that you saw it underwater tells me that it is with no other than Nerys Flowborn.
I'm sorry, can you spell that?
Are they like twins?
Flowborn.
I feel like you can get the last part, but okay.
Oh God! It's flow. It's flow. Like that.
I would
like
not
that.
have gotten the last
Sorry.
Progressive?
Flowborn.
There's a floor.
like Slowborn, but flow.
Yes.
Okay. She did have a really cool aesthetic. I have to give her credit there.
Last
It was
I
very
heard.
spooky when she lured out of the shadows like she did.
Last I heard, she lurked outside of Coranthia, far under the waves. If Nerys is... Nerys is always considered to be a leader of her people. Many do not even know that she is a lich. Tritons, both Triton and Mermaid, under her watch, keep the flow of humans and ships going from the southern continent to Arctis at bay, and are one of the primary forces that sink the ships that attempt to smuggle things from the southern continent.
I'm sorry, you said that people didn't realize she was a lich? Because she looked really lichy to me. Is it normal for Tritons to just be floating skeletons with tentacles?
It is simple to alter the appearance of one's form with mere illusion. It is more likely that you saw the true form because you saw it through their own eyes.
Oh. Like Coslow in his hat.
His hat. It is a rather nice hat, but I can still recognize Coslow's Coslow.
Coslow will make himself look like...
The pretty lady in the back.
What about the cute little teddy bear in the corner? The cute, innocuous teddy bear that's
Well, there's
definitely not anything at all.
What teddy bear?
Yeah, what
Oh,
teddy
there is
bear?
a little teddy bear in the corner.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a
there
little
is.
teddy bear, huh?
What the heck?
What?
Yeah, what the heck indeed.
What the hell? Who is-
Coslow will make his face look like the cute little teddy bear in the corner.
Oh, okay. Do you change yourself to look like the teddy bear in the corner?
Yes. But like a big version of it. So like a fucking, what was that movie? Ted level of just
So like a medium version of it.
like a Coslow sized version of the teddy bear.
I need everybody to make me a insight check with advantage.
Make an initiative, make an initiative check. Are you sure?
No, insight.
On the teddy bear?
No, just on you. Oh no. Oh! Oh no. Alara's jaw drops, her eyes go wide, and she loses her decorum as she slaps a hand over her mouth. And before she can say or do anything, normally someone would inhale and begin to yell. There is a brief flash of what you might think is fury behind her eyes, and even Callie in the corner shifts uncomfortably. But it is... She blinks and it's gone. Perhaps you imagined it. And... she begins to laugh. Oh, that's... quite clever and cute. Yes, just like that. Also,
Yeah, I can make myself look like all sorts of things.
even a cute little teddy bear.
Yeah, why is that in here, by the way?
I mean, he's not the only one that can do stuff like that. It's really not that hard. Let's see, so he's going to go back over here, and he's going to do...
This woman has a phobia of teddy bears. Are you going to turn into another teddy bear? Come on, man.
We're gonna break
But I'm going to turn into...
the Lunesties on their first trip over.
Where's my book?
Hi, Fluff.
Where's my book of how I turn into a chair?
Are you turned into
Oh,
a chair?
shit. You do
I have
the
the
book.
chair. I have the chair book that lets me turn into a chair.
Oh my
I
god.
fucking forgot that.
You do. Okay.
It's not in my bag though. I don't know where it is.
I'll find it.
Oh, there it
It's
is.
in your bag. Why I keep... C-Swab, you polymorph yourself into a chair. Oh.
Really eclectic group, but we get shit done, man.
That is
We also-
quite clever.
Kozlo will go over and sit
turn back.
on. Aw.
No, before Kozlo could do that, he's turning back into a regular.
But does C-Swab stay as a chair, just like clonk up to the other chair and sit on the other chair? So it's chair on chair?
Alara goes up to the bear and holds him up. She grabs him and brings him back. Doesn't say much.
Kozlo will turn back into regular Kozlo.
He's quite cute, don't you think? She sits him
Azrael
up.
insight checks the bear.
Go ahead.
Going on with this heckin' bear, man.
The bear looks like a small blue teddy bear. It's quite adorable. Little button eyes, little button nose, cute blue bow.
Don't believe you.
A small, cute little teddy bear that the DM just happens to have an image of handy.
I like
No big
him.
deal.
Don't you think he's cute? She makes his little paw wave.
You
He
didn't really strike me as the having a teddy bear type.
I never did either.
What the heck is going on?
I'm getting very weirded out now.
Okay, just for funsies. I don't think it'll go well.
The bear is indecipherable. It's a bear. Alara looks vaguely sad as she plays with the bear, and she is very gentle with it. She lifts him up and looks at him as if she were a young child getting their first Build-A-Bear, and there's a sense of awe. You know that that child wrote her name on that heart and put it in that bear. She kind of smiles softly at the bear and puts him back down at the table.
It's very cute. If only one of us was smart enough to know why.
Azrael totally understands. Like, Azrael totally gets it.
Ah,
The bear is one of her Pokemon. It's fine. Azrael gets it.
It's one of the Pokemon.
after a second, she begins to speak. We speak a lot of soulcraft and why it is banned in Maginox. But we don't stop to think about how exactly it affects people. She looks at the bear. Through Narcissa's cruelty and studies, atrocities like this are created. She holds up the bear. An atrocity.
I mean, the stitching ain't perfect, but I wouldn't call it an atrocity.
I mean, there's a lot of salt in the air that kind of wears down the fabrics a bit, and you can probably clean it up a little bit.
Garbella just kind of stares nervously at her and then the teddy bear.
In order to lure me out of hiding, she holds the bear, sets him gently down on the table. Narcissa didn't care about how her studies affected others, and how death was always a part of the natural cycle. Her studies into separating soul from body became a subject of interest to many. She continues playing with the bear. So much darker magics began to flourish, even offshoots of offshoots. Magics honed over time. Lives ruined, families torn apart. All for just a little more power. Narcissa was one of the champions of this, advancing soulcraft, rending incomplete souls, and even putting them into other things. He looks at the bear. In order to lure me out of hiding, Victoria Vicadis and her knowledge of soulcraft, what she learned from a rogue Umbralan, had killed my husband, Eris's father.
Oh, shit.
Discarding his mortal form, they chose to rend his soul instead, and stuff it into this tiny bear. It all seems so ridiculous when you say it out loud.
Goslow will have a look go across his face that probably no one has ever seen before, which is the "oh shit, I have fucked up" look. He like,
But still as the blue teddy bear.
no, he turned back into Goslow a minute ago. But he's gonna like take the hat off and just like set it underneath his chair.
Oh no.
I can see like Kozlo still being the bear, and then like slowly turning back into Kozlo, very like Homer Simpson fading into the bushes.
I'm so sorry, Miss Adesi.
I haven't been able to find the fractured piece of the soul that she has left me with. And it continues to elude me. But for now, until I can provide my husband peace, I carry him around. She smiles and takes the bear and pulls him a little bit closer towards her.
Not to pry, Alara, but are you saying that there's a fragment of his soul in the bear and a fragment somewhere else that's lost?
She nods.
Oh.
Is that all you say? Oh.
Yep. I think he's been dead for over a week, so there's not a whole lot that Azrael can do about that yet.
And we,
Oh yeah.
Goslow will like be glancing at Azrael with this like probably don't say anything look on his face, I guess.
Look, okay, Kozlo, Azrael doesn't give you the look of probably don't maybe blow this thing up maybe this time look, so why don't you not give Azrael the, hey, maybe you don't talk about soulcraft look, huh? Huh? How about you stay in your lane, buddy?
Oh shit.
Yeah, but Kozlo's lane is like swerving, like drunk drivers swerving, not giving a fuck, like slamming into a car and then like looking back when it hits the barrier, like, oh shit, what were you doing there?
My
It
god.
is not so easy for me to access the bear's dreams. This adorable little teddy bear does not dream. But even though you do not breathe or have a pulse in your body, both you, Grabella, and Azrael do dream. Anything with a thought dreams. I believe eventually you wish to find your and heal the parts of your fragmented souls. We can do so through the dreaming. It is so close to the realms of the departed. It is sometimes easy for those spirits to pass through.
I'm good.
He nods. Looks back at the teddy bear.
I have some curiosities about my past, but I'm also pretty focused on what I have going on here with my friends, my family.
Do you know if you had others close to you, Gerbella? Those that might have missed your passing and mourned you?
My Narcissa says that I have a mom.
She would repeat the name. I cannot remember it off the top of my head, though.
While I am weary to trust any of the lies that may pass through Narcissa's lips, it is a cruel play to dance upon the threads of memory in order to play at your weakness. Though you must have been very, very close to her in order for her to do that. Be wary of getting too close to Narcissa.
It's not high up on the priority list, trust me.
Everybody keeps telling us that, but not really offering any solutions about how to get her away from us.
The first
Don't
step,
suppose you want her head, she can be your problem now.
we can find her disciple and find that phylactery. And then whatever fragment of her is trapped behind that mirror, we can finally put to rest without risk of her coming back in an unwanted place. Do you all have anything to add?
There's a lot to digest here.
It is a lot to digest. I think that is where we will end today's session. As we talked a little bit about the rules of Maginox and how the Vicadans took out the soul of Alara's husband and put him in a teddy bear. And Alara still has not found the other part of his fractured soul in order to give him peace.
This is fine.
She seems to see the tears upon your soul and offers a potential solution about following the dreams into the depths of your consciousness in order to recover the fragments. But as she is not a soul crafter, it is a journey that you must willingly undertake. But it is something that she can do with the help of her moon sages. And for more information, you can see Arctis Reflection. Also, Alara seems to see something in Sea Swab. A storm, perhaps. But
Man, between Alara and Catherine, man, Sea Swab just got it. What can I say?
Dude, he's got a lot going on. But the
About to ditch these zeros and get with some queens around here.
Remember what
They
happened
are
the
very
last
pretty.
time you did that play?
That's true. You are also a statue. Apparently.
Yep. Just
But-
saying. Maybe no correlation.
They're what? Tugum? I don't know that guy. Sea Swab's a whole different guy.
Eris seemed to emphasize the point that in order to hang in Maginox, you have to have a big dick.
Yes. Metaphorically.
Proportionate to their body sizes. Can't I'm just kidding.
And he needs to know from Kozlo if he's willing to fight for what he is building in Maginox. And so that answer appears to be yes. But it takes a lot to keep the creatures of the night pacified and happy. So there might be times where he might need to take up arms to defend what he loves. But for
Or
Grabella,
fuck a shark.
yeah, or fuck a shark. For
Well, between
Grabella,
fucking this shark and this weird, like I get the bear thing, but also the fact that she's like petting the bear and she refers to it as a bear, little weird, if you ask me. Like,
good. It is. It should be weird.
What
It is
would you
weird.
do if the person you cared about was in a teddy bear?
I wouldn't like treat them like a fucking, like I wouldn't be like stroking its fucking head and shit in front of people and referring to him as a bear. I'd be like, I'd refer to him as who that person is.
Oh yes, this is Kronos Linesti, my husband. Puts bear in front of you. That's not weird. That's not
That's
weird.
less weird than saying that it's her husband and then also being like, but he's my little bear.
When I die, I'm gonna say this. When I die, I want to be cremated and put into a teddy bear.
You want me
Done.
to carry you around? Is this what I'm being
It's
told
like,
right now?
yeah,
Also, the
I
general
don't know
like
how I feel about this.
They
the general lack
reincarnated
of like
him into a
respect
teddy
for the
bear.
fact that first of all, he's on a fucking coffee table in the corner of the room and not like, I don't know, center back where a king would sit or whatever.
Okay, so
I
I put him there. Also, that's her second husband, not her first husband.
Yeah, not the king.
Not the king.
former king.
It's not the king. Yeah, that's Eris's dad, who is not the former king. She remarried. This is another detail that you don't know, but yeah. But anyway,
This is one of
not
those
the king.
situations where like she left her first husband, but she's also like, I believe that marriage is between a man and a woman, and you should be together forever, but also ignore the fact that I've been divorced.
Her first husband
Technically, her first husband
ascended.
left her.
Yeah, he left her because he fucking ascended. So now she's left like, well. And then she remarried
A teddy bear.
no, a man. she remarried a human. Which also
Not
ties
allowed.
into, yes, one of the reasons why humans aren't allowed in Arctis.
Okay,
But,
Kitty. Yes. The loudest protest.
Meow! But apparently it is way easier to mess with the souls of humans than other creatures, and thus they killed him and put him in a teddy bear to torment Alara.
You know, the statement, it's really easier to mess with the souls of humans. I play Dungeons and Dragons to get away from reality, okay?
Lots
Well,
of
that's
torment.
why there aren't any humans in Arctis. The
It's
only
true.
human we've ever met is a teddy bear, so it doesn't count.
Yeah,
Checkmate,
Nothing
atheists.
wrong about it. Swear. Promise.
yeah, they're mostly on the southern continent dealing with their own drama, but humans are a problem. Well, not a
Yeah,
problem
but these
anymore.
guys-
But Alara was also kind of inferring that a lot of the things that Narcissa helped pioneer way back in the way also passed down to humans, which is also the reason why like slow was introduced into Arctis. So there's a little domino effect of things there as the practice of necromancy got way out of control. And ultimately caused a major event that still unfortunately
I
persists
think
today.
We should have Scythe-chan and Kozlo's Cannon Pokemon fight the Ted and the teddy bear.
That would be an easy win. The teddy bear cannot wait. No, he can move.
I was gonna say I've watched
I'm
that
like,
teddy
he's-
bear
he's moved
commit
around.
full on stuffed animal.
Oh yeah,
murder.
he has definitely committed a war crime. Yeah, the teddy bear will fuck you up.
Honestly, that teddy bear would fit in as our fifth in this party. Like, spot in. Like,
Today's the day the teddy bear has his picnic.
His
God.
his name is literally Teddy. I just hit his name and I hit him in a corner. I was hoping you guys would not notice him, but since you did, you unlocked a different
What do you-
dialogue option.
what do you mean?
Oh,
What do you
what?
mean you're hoping nobody would notice him?
It took me a
tag-
second to
put him
find
on
him.
the
to be
You
honest.
you guys do not fucking understand that I hide shit in my scenes all the time to see if you pick up on them.
Christina, I
What?
know who Teddy is. I saw a fucking teddy bear in
Well,
the corner. What did you
I-
think was gonna happen?
I didn't. I was gonna put him behind the potted plant. But then I thought that was creepy. And then you'd be like, why is there a teddy bear behind there? I put him in like a normal spot, like, oh, somebody just had like fucking tea with a teddy bear, and nobody would like say anything.
You think you could just put a fucking teddy bear in a fucking important map and think I'm gonna let you get away with it?
In the corner of a bar in the Vegas of this world.
I appreciate, so like C-Swab noticed some of the ravens outside of Kozlo's den, and like who was noticed the teddy bear? I think it was C-Swab. You noticed the teddy bear first, or was it Grabella?
No, I didn't. I actually, when somebody said the teddy bear,
oh, it was you.
It was Azrael / Kozlo, because we were trying to figure out something for him to turn into, and I pointed out the pretty lady in the back because I thought that would get her to participate a little more.
Only thinks with her other
I was like,
look, yes.
I was briefly debating turning into the plant, as I was like, I don't really want to turn into any of the people in the room.
And it makes you like look at everything in the room, like, yeah, I could turn into a playing card. There's a teddy bear there, and then that's a whole nother thing.
I was literally sitting here for like an hour and a half wondering when I was actually going, like when we were going to be able to casually bring up the teddy bear in conversation.
It was very not casually brought up.
Look, an opportunity presented itself. I went for it. Okay.
It was good. I'm glad you noticed. Sometimes you guys don't notice the shit I hide in my scenes. So.
You inflicted trauma on like the most powerful NPC that I think any of the campaigns have met. So kudos.
It's true.
Emotional damage.
She is a powerful.
And little does she know,
being.
we're all carrying around books of soul stealing and have committed and have Azrael's pet that's not allowed, amongst other things.
I'm very confident that she knows what Azrael has been up to.
We are the war crimes.
We shall see how dark Azrael's soul will be stained as we go further into this campaign.
I think I've asked this earlier in the campaign, but I'm gonna ask again: is it one soul and the 14 personalities, or is it 14 souls?
It is many pieces of separate souls forming one thing.
Okay.
There's no singular entity.
Azrael has a pathological fear of being alone because they very truly entirely believe that they simply do not exist. The only reason they exist is because they have a whole bunch of like people around them, in this case souls, and then they also collect Pokemon and other people.
Az is like literally like Schrodinger's box walking.
So like
that's why Azrael's terrified of the very idea that Alara's like, we can help put some of those souls to rest. Fuck no, you won't.
Well, if Alara puts all those souls to rest, that will instantly like kill you. Like that will just end you.
This ceases
peacefully.
This ceases to be Azrael.
Yes, you would no longer be that character. But it is sweet. It is sweet release, sweet peace.
To be fair, there were two directions for Azrael's character to go. One, feeling like they were a soul shepherd of some kind and helping things cross over peacefully. But look at the group that they got stuck with. Like Grabella is the best role model in this group. Burgeoning dragon, prone to fits of anger and rage, and selfishness on occasion. Good heart of gold streak, real heart of gold there. But that's the best role model for Azrael. So fuck no. Azrael's gonna fucking hoard souls like fucking Pokemon and gold coins.
So Alara mentioned something about tearing a soul, rending it in twain like paper, and the open wound of the soul can catch infection. So Azrael has effectively cauterized that wound by just mashing 13 souls together. And then on the other hand, Grabella has cauterized that wound by mashing a dragon soul onto it. So both effectively giving you consciousness and being, but it is what Alara says is ultimately true. That dragon piece just kind of latched onto you because the rest of you is just flapping and wounded and half returned to the world. So
to be clear, also, Azrael's up to 17 souls so far.
Gotta catch them all.
Catch up to Narcissa. C-Swab takes offense to the fact that Rogabella's the role model when C-Swab found the military and got discipline in his life.
You're right.
Bella's
You're right. The guy who
technically been
manages
in
all
the
the
military.
contracts
Yeah.
for our monetary gain to retain as much power and authority and wealth as possible. You're right. Much better role model in terms of teaching Azriel to share and play nice.
I mean, sorry, Grabella, earmuffs. Grabella, kind of a slut. Just saying.
What?
I've only got one girlfriend so far.
Yeah, and you're eye fucking the girl in the back.
I'm just
whoa.
curious about her. She's being mysterious
Just
and
window
aloof.
shopping.
She is mysterious and aloof.
We
But
do not
also-
slut shame in this party, C-Swab.
No,
But
I'm
also,
not.
she is very beautiful. Let's be real.
Well, of course, yeah.
Look, spit some
Eyes up
rainbow.
here, Grabella. Eyes up here.
Eyes up here. Mysterious, aloof.
Eyes are not up there. Eyes are not up there.
Also,
Eyes are where I want them to be.
one of Ascended's NPCs, who they could have killed, didn't.
Every time she shows up, I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Who the,
Oh, right.
you know, the girl before the
So you
sewers.
remember Brixis, but you don't remember the hot Lunesty chick.
She had a much
Literally,
simpler token.
Literally every single time Callie has showed up, I have to be like, who the fuck is this?
Also,
'Cause-
Bruxis was like a top tier douchebag.
Brixis.
It's true.
Everybody hated Brixis. Brixis
All my
is
homies
dead
hate Brixis.
unless you want to resurrect Brixis and stuff his soul in a teddy bear. There's
Nah,
room.
he's not worth it.
Oh, because you said everybody hates Brixis, that made me think of Everybody Loves Raymond. And Brad Garrett was at that poker tournament I went to, and I was the first one eliminated in that poker tournament, and he made fun of me.
My God.
That's a weird.
That's
That's a weird anecdote. I love it.
yeah, but it works.
I won entry into a charity poker game for the Golden Knights Foundation. It's like a $500 buy-in. Like I would never have done it, but I won an entry into it on like a Twitter thing. And so I showed up in a room I did not belong in at all because there was a bunch of very wealthy people spending a lot of money for charity, and I just did not fit in. I did not belong, and it was charity poker or whatever. And I sat down and I just got destroyed by people who play actual poker, and I was just the first one eliminated. But Brad Garrett was there because he like sponsors stuff. And when I stood up because I got eliminated, he just started going in on me. It was hilarious. He wasn't mad about it. It was just hilarious.
I mean, that's honestly pretty amazing.
My brother does that stuff. I should message him and ask him if he's going to be in Vegas this weekend, because that happens enough.
Oh yes,
Is it TwitchCon next weekend? Or
Yes.
this
Yeah.
weekend?
yes.
We will
So-
be there.
Yeah, me and Cherry are gonna be around Vegas this weekend.
Nice.
Are we all going
Let's
to
do it.
dinner?
Let's do it.
Do some hangouts.
Do some
Yeah.
hanging.
No.
We're
You
not
know,
going to the
guys
actual
doing it?
convention at all. We're just like, hey, a bunch of friends are gonna be in Vegas, and also like, it's the week after my 40th birthday, so fuck it. Let's just fucking
Let's be
roll
old.
everything together.
Woo.
We should just go dinner at like Red Rock or something.
We should.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were thinking of going to Red Rock.
Really, I really want to. The cool bar was closed the last time we were there, so I'm curious about it.
Let's do
Fancy
it.
drinks, but
Yeah,
yes.
Christina. I
Yeah.
know you're organizing all that stuff.
Let's do it. Let's talk about it on Discord. For
Yeah.
now, I will let you all be free. Enjoy your crumble. I'm gonna order tomorrow, probably
I gotta
double
run.
pistachio lava. Oh, Corbella, peaced out. Bye, smooches. Love you all. See you next Monday.
See ya.
See ya.
My friends.
Good night. All right, and that's it for Arctis today. Whoa, I guess my avatar stopped working in the middle of that. Ugh. Anywho, thanks for watching. My God, we finally had dinner with the Lunesties. We're finally advancing the plot. We might have found Narcissus phylactery. Catch the VODs over on Arctis DD on YouTube and watch us live. Catch our shorts and funny moments over on Play Arctis, over on Twitter and TikTok, and I'm your DM Zarina. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday for Ascended. I hope to catch you then. Hope to catch you then. Ooh, can't talk anymore tonight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.